Alright.
Clark got a vision from Lavender, and it shows him that two of us are about to be sucked up.
Clark, we gotta act like we've been here before. We're famous people. Alright, so, last time, when we were missing our lovely Amara, something's giving me real double. Hold on, let me check. Probably doing audio. It might be me. Oh, it probably is you. I still hear it too.
All I can see is darkness.
Does anybody else hear?
I know.
I heard it for a second.
Yeah, I think it's gone now, though.
Alright, I'll just try to carry on. No, it's definitely still
no, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
Do you have
your microphone on your camera?
Oh yeah, do you roll 20 accidentally on Mike as well?
No, video only. Let me try doing a re. No, but Discord is only getting one of the... It doesn't do two sources at once. Although I sound better right now.
Yeah.
Testing? Okay, alright. Maybe it was just the refresh. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So last week...
How dare you?
Missing Miss Amara. The party continued our trek through... And I'm sorry right now, guys, the Fog of War is a little screwy. But up at the north of the map, we were in a long hallway filled with statues and some dead spiders. The party continued on, went through a room that had some sort of acid trap and a chest, which, as I'm thinking of it, the party never did make it through that chest, huh? We went through into a very large room, the largest room we'd been in so far after that, and encountered 3 Manticores, which the party slayed cold blood.
You guys had a lot of fun without me.
Yeah.
We could have used you, though.
To then fight a
For many reasons.
troll who seemed to be... he let us know that the Manticores were the pet of someone whom we are to assume is Hallister. And the troll's duties, we kind of ascertained, were bringing food that magically appeared in a series of rooms with tables that were just to the south of that troll and the Manticore den. The party went on to find a figure silhouetted in shadows in a small alcove of a room who offered to trade treasure for full maps of floors of the dungeon. We went on to go through, I believe it was just one more room, where the party encountered a black jelly or an ochre jelly.
I missed an ochre jelly.
Or a black pudding or whatever
Black
it was.
Black pudding. Thank you so much. Black pudding. That's where we were going with that. To which the party had a very difficult encounter with, resulting in our resident paladin Conwyn, his faithful and trusted weapon being destroyed.
Oh no!
This ended our more or less ended our search of the levels. We went back just to pick up a few little nooks that the party knew they had yet to explore. Upon going back through Urktal, his body and the men there, we noticed he was stripped of the cloak that he was formerly wearing. And other than that, there was nothing really of note. The party went back, delivered the map to this silhouetted figure, this entity, of which it traded a what we discovered to be a +1 moon sickle. I don't know if I clearly communicated this to the party. If I didn't, it's just my bad. We'll do a little retcon. Once that trade was done, the glow of the eyes and the bright white shape of the mouth just faded from the shadows once that kind of deal was done. If in response to that retcon anybody would have wanted to look through the rubble or whatever, the party members could have for X amount of minutes, and they just wouldn't have found anything. More and more rubble. With that, the party went back and left off at the start of level 1, the chasm that leads upwards to the yawning portal.
Okay.
And I'll turn.
Do we want to go up, resupply, and get a long rest, and then come back
That
down?
was the gist. But upon being reminded about that chest, are there any more thoughts about that acid room?
Yeah. I was trying to
It seemed
get
like
the
there was a
DM.
key that needed to be used on it.
Right, and we didn't find a key.
Mhm.
Well, do any of us have a key that we forgot about? Craig, do any of us have a key? Have we ever come upon a key that we forgot about?
No.
Okay. There's that. What about
Clark
if
remembers many months ago he
Uh-huh.
was like trying to get into he was supposed to go into this tavern after close to talk to somebody about some spiritual dealings, and he was given a key. He lost that key, and he ended up having to knock on the door, and he's thinking about maybe it's that key.
It's that key. Okay. Could we procure chains in Waterdeep, like 20 feet of chains or whatever, 30 feet of chains? Then we go back down there. We wrap those chains around the chest. We then leave that room and pull the chain, and that way then we can pull the box towards us and hope that the acid would not, or the poison or whatever, would not do damage to the chains or the box, or at least allow us to retrieve it. Something like that, maybe?
I feel like the effort is not really worth it.
It 100% is! It's a puzzle we haven't solved!
Kyle is slowly dying inside.
I am!
Do you want me to
I
give you?
won't-
Do you want me to give you something more immediate, Clark?
Sure.
The party looks around and doesn't see any sort of like doorbell or anything like that, and notices that the platform that lowered them there is like not. It went back up
Yeah.
afterwards. You guys are you don't really know, but you would estimate it to be at least 100 feet down.
Well, I can
with,
fly,
like,
so I'll just go get help. Bye, guys. I'll just fly straight upwards. I can move 50 feet around. That's only
Yep.
That's 12 seconds.
Am I back, by the way?
Yes, let's address this first. So we have, as Clark is taking off into the air to go up and get the platform to be released back down, the one of the shields, we'll say over, no, we'll make it easy. We'll say over here on the wall just begins to shake just for a moment, catching the whole party's attention before being jettisoned off the wall, followed immediately behind. Oh, where did I put you? That's where I put you. Following immediately behind by Amara and Kathira, and then the party notices after their passing that there is a hole similarly shaped to those of which that the party members had fallen into previously, spitting them out of the wall simultaneously, and thus catching the party off guard. Identical holes opening between Maw as well as Pippin, and hold on, if I can click on them. Oh my god, we drew so many
Oh,
things
no.
there. This is kind of a
Yeah, my
problem.
Beyond 20 is not working.
Yeah, it's not for me either.
Interesting. I can't even click on mine.
Ooh, I can't even click. Oh, guys, that's why. It looks like when I click the B, it comes up with a thing that says to roll everyone. Did you
No.
guys get that same drop down?
No, it doesn't. I even can't even. Oh, weird.
Mine worked. I think you guys gotta click that setting now, I think.
I don't have a setting.
I'll take a picture of what I see. You guys don't have a thing on the bottom left corner that when you... Here,
Oh.
No.
I'll take a picture.
So what did you do? Send to everyone or send to self?
I put send to everyone.
Okay, but that's how mine's set.
So when I click this...
CGM. Yeah, I think it's working.
Let me look at my extent here. I'm not seeing anything different.
I reloaded, and then when you click, it pops up on the dice thing on the left-hand side.
Yeah, which means it's
to
not as
choose who you send it to.
which means it's not as efficient. It's nice to have the option, but I like to be able to just have the one click.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if I can go in the settings and change that.
I would say Amara just rolls out of the hole in the wall. I'm like, guys, there's tunnels everywhere throughout this entire place. Like she'd just been in there exploring and like super happy about it.
No, it was really cool, right? I really liked it was like a ride or like a really fast cart.
I wonder if we could potentially hide in these if we get into trouble.
I think so. We didn't seem to be able to choose it. We kind of just got sucked away.
Damn you mod upgrades.
Yeah, I feel like I mean it definitely still works, but it takes
No, I
away
was just doing that for fun. I was saying that I kind of like rolled out of the hole, like acrobatic wise.
Nice. I've always been so impressed with how stable it was.
Where's my lovely lady? Her picture stopped.
She's just refreshing right now in an effort to get her rolls are not coming through. I'm getting Amara's I see, and Conwin's I see, Clark's
If you
I see.
cancel a roll, it just breaks the programming. It
can also
doesn't work
refresh it.
anymore.
Yeah, he said to refresh it, and then at the bottom screen where the dice normally pop up, you have to click everyone or self, and then if you click everyone, it'll just go in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you cancel a roll, it will kill all future rolls
Oh, until you refresh it, or period?
until you refresh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Technology makes things easier.
Don't fix it if it ain't broken. That's what I always say. No, I'm
Huh.
just-
Okay, so Beryllium, for yours, I was messing around on your page. When I set yours to self, it's worked, and then I was getting the whispers. I know it's even if it's not consistent. If it gets the problem fixed, just go with it. So
you-
give that
you
a try.
Couldn't set it to everyone?
Yeah, I was trying, and she was refreshing, reloading. Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
works for me, so that's good. All right,
Still
so
showed up
now
at
I have
120,
Riff.
so that's fine.
All right, Kathira, are your rolls working here? We'll get everybody sorted before we. Oh yeah, I have yours up top. Okay.
I explained that one in -1.
Oh.
This thing is like
What did
proper broken.
Oh fudge! Yeah, it is,
Wait,
huh?
what happened? Wait, what happened?
Look at Conwin's roll.
-1.
Oh.
I rolled a D4, but
It's
it sent
ju-
it
it just gave
through
me
as a
modifier.
dexterity.
Oh.
Okay, so
We can still use it. Maybe just keep an eye and make sure it's doing the right stuff.
yeah, check. Kyle, can you and Mitch, you be helping me as we're going?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll check things
I'll
out.
keep an eye.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all see the problem with Conwin's. It's just the dice, like it's like a null or something bad
Yeah,
happened there.
Like
So
roll well, what's weird? Roll nothing plus 1 equals
yields
-1.
-1. Yeah, so we see what to be looking for. Okay. All right. Tech.
Mara's D4 came through fine.
Oh,
Yes, it is
they
looking
added
pretty
my
good.
Dread Ambusher thing.
Yeah, they did update for Gloomstalker. Yeah. All right. So the holes open beneath Maw,
Ooh,
which
wait,
contains
Con-
Pippin, as
well,
well as Slither, and Amara
Conwin's-
Shootout.
And I say I rolled
Huh.
dexterity to say that I just kind of rolled out like purposefully, and I said, "You guys, there's tunnels everywhere." Like she'd been exploring.
I see
Just-
what you're seeing, Kyle, but it works out, even though it says
Oh, yeah,
plus
the map-
one.
the
It-
map-
Just
works out, but the
just
formula's
ignore my
wrong.
just ignore my rolls for right now. I'm just trying to troubleshoot
Explore.
things.
No,
Okay.
but it's true for everything. Like Beryllium's just came through and it says 20 plus. Well, actually, that one's correct. 16 plus 4
Yeah,
is
that
20.
one's correct.
That one's good. Okay, good.
Everything else has looked good. Just Conwin's have been kind of messed up.
Hmm.
1d8 minus 2.
Mitch, it sounds like it's a you thing. Do you have any bugs, Mitch?
Rolling 1,
Do you?
1.
Does Conwyn have bugs?
Well, no, I had just refreshed. So
Yeah, so that one looks good.
what happened with the last ones was I had a D20 roll that I canceled, and then I rolled the D4, but it rolled a D20 and never put the D4 in there. So I think there's something with their queuing with the
Right. No garbage collection
D&D Beyond.
happening.
Gotcha.
Shield pops off the wall. Beautiful ladies pop out of the shield. Hole in the wall. Lizard Man and our resident chef fall through the floor. Clark's flying into the air.
Yep.
Jess and Kathira, you're kind of let me get what you were met
Who's
with.
Jess?
Yeah, who's Jess?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Amara and Kathira, that's bad. I don't normally do that. This is a really good one, and I was so happy when I found this. This is what you guys saw, except it was just in blackness. I do encourage the whole party to watch it. Okay. Clark in
Oh
the
my
There's
interim.
music. Why is there music?
Yeah.
No.
Clark
It's Hamilton!
in the interim would have
Wow, now I'm definitely
can't-
copyright struck. Thanks,
I
Craig.
have to
I-
go do
Craig,
this
Craig,
for the
Craig.
cat.
Craig, I can't talk for 4 minutes.
Good now.
No, I can watch this later. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
You should've warned me.
So you get back up
Did
surface
was
wide.
Was there supposed to be a puzzle and I broke it by flying? Or like, was this...
No, I was just kind of like trying to subtly push the party back on track, but
Okay.
but then our rolling system fell apart. So you fly back up, and you are met. I suppose I'll just jump us up there now. Let me move us all. You see the bar reasonably busy, a little bit less busy than.
Is Volo still playing?
No, Volo's not still playing. And
There
we
she is.
like this.
Oh, I don't remember. Did anybody bet on us when we went down?
It was not said, but we let's see. I'm sure you know.
Where did you move us?
Did we
you
bet on ourselves?
disappeared.
You're not up here there yet. I'm the only one that's up here.
Right.
Oh.
No, self-betting. This was discussed, and I
Yeah.
believe this was said that it was not
It was
allowed
not. That's what I thought. Okay.
for reasons of making it too easy to
Yeah.
rig the system or whatever. So as you fly up, although business kind of continues as normal around you, most people are pretty engrossed with what you're doing. You know, you smell the smell of fresh meat pies being cooked, and you know the kind of normal scent of old and new ale, just kind of permeating the wooden room. Dernan does notice you almost immediately, and he just kind of crinkles his brow a little and walks rather quickly around the bar, comes over to you and say, "Hey, you're supposed to bang on the shields."
Well, no one ever really told us that.
I'm the only one here, guys. I think it's just me.
You're the only one to make it?
No, they're all down there waiting. I don't think anybody told us to bang the shields. Is that the thing? We bang the shields and the lift
Dernan
comes?
just like goes over here and is grumbling. They never bang the damn shields, and hits a sort of a switch, and the mechanism begins to turn and creak down.
He's so grouchy.
And it takes quite a few minutes to get down. When it does, we'll say it takes like 2 minutes in each direction. It lands on the bottom with a crash, a little small crash. The party all gets on. We head up.
Right.
Let me move us. All right. As the party is coming up, but not quite before they get, just a little bit before everyone gets up, Dernan kind of looks down and is counting with his fingers. Clark hears 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Birdman 5. And then just as the mechanism is totally making its way back up, Durnan kind of goes over here and stands up on this table, shouts out, "Last night's party! 5 alive!
No, no, no,
One
no.
day!"
No. There's still 2 alive, but they chose to stay down there.
What?
There's still 7 of us.
Durnan
still-
looks over. "You need me to lower it again?"
No, they chose to stay down there.
Durnan looks around to the crowd. 5 alive! One day! Who has it? Who has it? There's kind of, a clamor of
How dare you?
noise
Yeah.
amongst
I mean,
No,
we made it longer than 24 hours.
You made it 1 minute longer than 24 hours, and there are 7 of us. I think it's day 3 at this point, right?
No, it wasn't. It was barely 24 hours. It was...
Oh, we took like 2 different long rests, though.
Yeah.
No, you took 1 long rest and 1 short rest. Was there 2 long
There were
rests?
2
I really
long
thought
rests.
there was 1 long
We found
rest.
like 2 different bedrooms, and we stayed in 2
There
different
was,
bedrooms.
yeah, but we didn't take the second.
No,
long
there
rest
was
because
there
it
was
hadn't
1
been
long
since
rest.
the
There was 1
previous.
long
Okay.
rest. It's
Gotcha.
been about 20, a little less. It's been like 20 hours
I
ish.
see. Gotcha.
And that was in my mind. That was 1 long rest, 1 short rest, and then a bunch of just kind of wandering around the dungeon or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we
Um,
still have maps of like the first floor? Could we like potentially sell maps of the first floor now?
Conwyn does, yes. Conwyn was clever. He made copies, so there is 1 master copy that is on the party. Yes. From the crowd, one dwarf kind of standing over here. The party notices, comes forward. I did. Durnan looks. Hey, Shortner, good guess. He comes over and he puts some coin in his hand. And then this kind of chuckling halfling runs over, murmuring as he's kind of skipping over. Durnan looks over. Aye, Heitler, always a good guesser. Puts some coin in his hand, comes back.
It should be 7 people one day, but I will drop it.
There's no
Comes back
proof
over.
that they're still alive. That's why.
Zone of Truth is a spell that exists. We could do Zone of Truth, and then they
No
could
one's gonna
ask
waste a
us.
zone of truth on this. Get over it.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't need it, like he owns the establishment, so he
Yeah,
sets the
it's his
rules, right?
rules. That's true. That's
he is the
fine.
DM of the Yawning Portal.
Yeah.
So,
I guess this halfling owes us a drink for surviving.
What?
Durnan goes back over behind the bar.
Alright, I suggest we sell what we need to sell, get more supplies, and have a good night's sleep before going back down. I've had a crazy time.
I'm not going to be going down immediately. I need to go convene with the Brotherhood and send word to my magnate about the events that have transpired in the past 2 days.
Right now, it's approximately noon, which the party's immediately aware of upon coming back to the surface. Although it has been a little bit less than a full day since our last full rest, I will allow the party or any individual members to take a new full rest whenever they want.
We could say
Okay.
that we're spending the time selling and doing the artifacts and everything else, and then we'll take the long rest after we're done.
Yeah.
Totally, you'll have to go to the shops, find those, which should be a little bit harder without Pippin, but definitely won't be, big rigmarole.
Okay.
Conwyn's gonna walk over to where Durnan is and just ask quickly, is Obaya still here?
Aye, she keeps a room upstairs and always sits at the booth to the north. And he points over in this direction.
Toss him a silver piece for the trouble and head back over to everyone else.
He says, "Aye, Paladin," as you're leaving.
Yeah.
Did you see the woman?
Jazira, or what was it? Hold on.
Yeah, Jasira was her name. You learned, I believe, he had known her as the Lady in Stone.
If you mean the Lady in Stone, yes. Her name is Jazira, and she spoke to us, I believe, thrice while we were down there.
And did you tell her?
We told her what we could, yes.
Good, good. And he keeps polishing a mug. Before looking back down to the mug, he says, "Keep the bag, and try not to have the rest of you die."
Actually, none of
Well,
us died.
you
So.
you may not believe me, but they are alive. They had their reasons for staying.
Aye. He says without really looking up and paying you much mind to that comment.
So I'm just moving back around to everyone and says, Obaya should still be here if we want to make good on those magical items.
I'm gonna say I think that we need to sell what we're gonna sell. I could really use a rest. And some time to myself, if I'm being honest.
He'll be buying our items.
If there's more than enough time
I had such
for...
peace being in that hole without you.
That was really good. That was really good, guys.
Hey, Kyle.
That's what you're calling it.
Take inspiration.
Thank you.
Can I get inspiration for not stabbing him in the face?
Not yet, but
I have
maybe. We're
talent.
approaching that quickly. We are approaching.
There will be plenty of time for a rest. Let's get the business out of the way, and then we can decide how we progress from here. But as I said, I'm going to need, well, at least a few days before we go back down.
Days.
Add a character for
One
just a
day.
second, guys. Crystal, is there anything in the... Hold on, Crystal's got to step away and pillar cat. Let me look here. I'm going to name off magic items. Tell me if you're interested. Moon Touch Scimitar, a scimitar that glows.
Is it one hand or two-handed?
One hand.
Is it
Yeah, you're not
strength
interested.
or dex?
Jug of Alchemy. It pours out stuff, including mayonnaise. Oh, okay. Ring of Jumping. You can jump like 30 feet or so.
I don't currently have any items. Oh, no, wait, I have the Stone of Good Luck.
Cool.
I don't foresee myself using it.
I made, if any of you guys look at the bag, the Mad Mage Bag of Holding, I made a couple of streamlines to it. There's a second sheet now called Items on PCs. So that lists, this one's mostly for me, but I guess it's useful for you guys too. So I left it public. That just lists what magic items are on what person. So if you're ever wondering, that makes that easy.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so Crystal, Rift is not interested in any of the bag. I just wanted to get that out while she was stepping away. But the party's free to do this interaction now. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, we should find Obaya.
What's the kerchief of Rosnar?
That's the quest item the party was
We're
giving.
looking for the sun, and that's the proof
Right.
of lineage.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
What is the necklace of fireballs?
Let you cast fireball.
That's a necklace. Right. That I did skip over during our summary. This was the Manticores. Each had nice bedazzled, I believe they were pink collars, and they had names written on them: Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom. And they each had a lovely red gem on the collars, which the party then, through Pippin's Identify, discovered were beads from a necklace of fireballs. So now the party has 3 necklace of fireball beads.
We should definitely keep that, right?
Yeah. I think that would come in handy. I would even take it and cast fireball if you guys wanted me to.
Obviously, everything with blue text has been hyperlinked to either D&D Beyond or Wikidot.
Well,
I think so.
Moonsicle.
Someone should probably take the Moonsicle since it is a +1 item weapon.
I'm gonna take that one, if possible.
I would think that would be
Sorry,
cool.
got distracted.
Rangers also use it. Amara, do you have any problem with the druid using that one?
Let's see.
Or rather, do you want to throw your hat in the ring on that one as well, I should say?
So here's the thing: is what kind of weapon is that? Is it a one-handed?
It's a sickle.
It's a one sickles in this game run as one-handed, which is a little bit controversial, but yeah.
Well, no, a sickle is one-handed. A scythe is two-handed.
Here's the thing. A scythe
Yeah,
is actually technically a scythe. In this, I was reading, was also one-handed and did not have reach, which was a thing somebody was debating about.
Well, because they're smaller.
Now.
There's different ones. It's like looks like a
It's like a crescent
Dothraki, like
moon.
shizzy. I'm fine with that.
Oh,
because-
actually, I did just see this, guys. When you cast a spell that restores hit points, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the amount of hit points restored, providing you are holding the sickle. Should I have the sickle because I'm a healer?
No, you definitely should not have this.
Okay, just double check it.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. It's up to the party. But I mean,
I wouldn't use it
you
for the.
can go
I
for
wouldn't
it.
use it. I wouldn't use it for offensive. I would use it for the healing part. That's why I was
So
asking.
here's the thing, though, is good berry is technically one heal per
a healing
berry.
spell. Exactly.
So all 10 berries, it's
Then do
a
plus
D4.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it would just be like you'd get 14 berries instead of 10 berries. Like you'd add the
No,
D4
each
number of
one. No,
berries.
and there's precedent for this
Oh.
because there's good
I see, I
precedent
see.
for this.
Wait,
I
no,
don't
because it
mind, she
says
can
add
have
the
it.
number rolled to the amount of hit points restored. Huh. Okay. Cool.
I would
And each
love
berry
to-
restores 1 hit point. It's an
Right.
individual heal that can be spread.
Right.
Very cool. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely.
I generally only use my bow. I do have a rinky-dink sword as backup just in case, but you know, I'd much rather have a +1 bow than anything else. You know.
Also, it can only be attuned by a druid or a ranger, so cleric
It's
can't
alright.
even use
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I didn't want it. I just didn't know if I would be useful with the healing part, but I didn't specifically want it for a weapon. No, I don't use weapons.
What is
All right.
Orb
So-
of time?
Congratulations, Kathira. You have a new weapon, I guess.
Woo!
Can I hold the
Oh, yeah.
necklace of fireballs for when
cares?
I need to cast fireballs? Or should I keep that in the bag?
You can wear it. Who cares? If you're gonna be using it.
What did I just-
I think everything else is good to go.
Necklace of fireballs going to Clark.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's.
I would love to get a plus weapon. But that sword is just not for me.
Alright, so sorry, I was helping Kathira with getting the moon sickle on her character.
No, it's all good. I moved the items onto the items on PC page, but also Amara, to answer the question you'd asked before, that orb of time we figured out that does it was like tells you what time of day it is, I believe.
Yeah,
like
I
night,
looked
day,
into it
or-
and I was like, yeah, I don't care.
It'd be cooler if it was like a watch. It would be a
Yeah.
lot cooler, but no.
Does anybody
Morning,
who
afternoon, evening, or night.
does anyone who doesn't have dark vision with the moon touch scimitar be used as a flashlight, basically?
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I think it's 30 feet of dim light.
Is right? I don't know. Who doesn't have dark vision in the party?
Again, any questions you have about what a magical item does, if you click on the magical item, you can go to the webpage.
Pop it open.
I know,
but
I
to
know what it
answer your
does. I
question,
wasn't
Clark,
asking what it does. I was asking, could anybody use it?
Pippin without his maw. So Pippin like naturally does not have dark vision. I believe
Yeah.
Slither doesn't.
Mhm.
I'm really gonna need your help.
Brillium doesn't. Here, RP for a second, guys. I gotta go help put a pill in a cat.
I was gonna
what
say,
you're-
if you guys need help, let me know. Just
I
in a
think we're on.
separate
I think we're on to this syringe medicine, so this should be easier. But what you're welcome to do is any of the magic items that are left in the bag. You're welcome to just delete them if you want to sell them to Obaya. I already have Obaya's value listed there, so you can just give yourself that much gold and put it in the other page, and then just RP for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
But yeah, did anybody that he just listed with no dark vision want to use the moon touch scimitar?
I think the people who had no dark vision are not here.
No, I thought he said... Oh, I know he said both Slither and,
Pippin.
Pippin, but then didn't he also say Rift?
Who's
busy
also
with the
not here
cat?
currently.
Because the cat thing. Yep, I'm sorry. Yep.
So Jug of Alchemy has possible uses in the future.
Yeah, I would keep that. Especially if we go into anywhere that has fire, we could just pour, like, a shit ton of water out or some bullshit.
Ring of Jumping, I don't...
Yeah.
They're minimal use, especially if we have ropes.
I can also fly.
So I'll put that as a sale and 500 into the total.
Orb of Time, I think we could safely sell.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
That
was
if you
quick.
want a little sampler, Obaya. Let me see. Let me get back into.
Now, we can sell stuff to him. Can we also buy stuff from him?
No, Obaya, and she is a female too. No, she is just
Okay.
looking to buy magic items to ship them back to her.
To Chult.
Yes, to Chult, to like her kind of lord or whatever, whom was a priest of. I'm sorry, Obaya is a priest of Joaquin, and her lord was like a trade lord or something in Chult.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys step into the room, if we haven't sold the items then Obaya would say, "Ah, travelers, light blessings, you return alive. Great fortune upon us."
Great fortune upon you. Look at all these lovely things we have.
Oh, certainly. The blessings are myriad today. What are you looking to sell?
We have 2 particular items that we feel may be useful to you and your forces. An Orb of Time and a Ring of Jumping.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Out of character,
Yes.
I already removed them from the bag and put the gold total into...
Perfect.
the
Yeah,
bags.
yeah. I'm sorry to be redundant if the party had already done this. Yeah, I see that.
Drift, do you think you would ever use the Moon Touch Scimitar since you don't have night vision?
Dark Vision.
Dark vision? Whatever. You know what I meant. Shut the fuck up.
Rift.
What?
Did you hear that? Do you want the Moon Touch Scimitar?
As a flashlight, a sword with a flashlight attached.
Touch. Scimitar.
It's a one-handed scimitar that gives dim light around it.
Is it better than the...
No.
than
No, it would just-
It would just be used as a flashlight, basically, since
Yeah.
we all have dark
But
vision.
Oh, you have a +1 greatsword, so no, you definitely would not want it. Yes.
And I also have equipped something for dark vision. 60 feet.
Oh, nice.
What do you
Yeah.
have?
Everyone
Just those
has.
goggles we got.
Oh, they should be
Yeah.
on her magic item thing. Okay.
Oh, I thought
They
they
are.
were.
No.
They are.
No, they're on. I didn't put it on that, I guess.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Then can I have the Moon Touch Scimitar? Because right now I only have a dagger.
I mean, yeah, but
Can
we should
you
ask.
use scimitars?
Why wouldn't I be? Am I not able to? I don't. Is there a limit on who I can stab things with?
Rather what? But let's see.
I would say what? Thank you. Yes. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
Oh, I can only
No,
use
you
simple
cannot.
weapons. Good call. Good
Yeah.
call.
Well, I mean, you
have-
can use the scimitar, you just can't use it well.
Right, you'd have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
I thought I just thought it meant you couldn't add your proficiency bonus to it. It does the disadvantage too.
I actually don't know. Let's see.
The way I feel about it is for the people who aren't here that don't have dark vision, we should ask them. You can
Okay.
use it until they come if you choose to, after this is all figured out. But when they come, if one of them wants it, you're going to have to give it.
Oh, they should get priority 100% because I'm not proficient with it. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't. I just
No,
realized
Kyle.
that.
It's just, yeah, it's just as you say. If you don't have proficiency, you just don't add your proficiency
Versus
bonus. Yeah.
yeah. I have a crossbow. I don't think I can use that actually either, can I? Because
Crossbows are simple weapons.
Yeah.
Are they? Because under properties they don't list simple, so I wasn't sure.
If it doesn't list simple, then it's not.
How do I know what's a simple weapon, what's not, guys?
Clerics
Look
start
up
with the
just
crossbow.
That's what. Yeah, I agree. I started with that crossbow, but it doesn't say simple on it.
is simple a tag or is that light?
Thought it was.
Light crossbow, range weapon, simple crossbow.
Where does
Clubs,
it say that?
maces, often found in the hand of a martial.
I'm googling simple weapons. Simple is not a. There's just two categories: simple and martial. Simple weapons.
For
clubs,
now,
maces.
A light
and
crossbow
other
is a
weapons.
simple weapon. A
Okay.
heavy crossbow is a martial weapon.
I see.
Excellent. Okay. So.
All right.
Do we want to? No. You want the scimitar, Clark? Is that correct?
I mean, I'll take it, and then if Slither wants it instead, he can have it. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, it is so.
What about any of those gems? Are we selling those? Or are those things you're using for
Oh,
reagents?
we can't sell them into a bio. We'd have
Yeah,
to sell them elsewhere.
I understand
Right.
that. I was just asking in general.
Oh yeah.
I think, just for his sake, since he's not here to speak up, I think that Pippin would probably want. I know he wants one of those. Let me just see. He wants a gold something for something.
Well, we could just pretend he is here, and we could just, once he tells us what he wants, we could retcon saying we sold the ones he didn't want.
I think it would be advantageous to us to disperse these explorers packs amongst the group as well.
Makes sense. I mean, I already have a bedroll and a mess kit and all that jazz. We could always use extra rope. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I have everything that's included in that. I'm checking.
I do not, and if we're going to be going back under again, I would like to have at least some of those things available.
Oh yeah, you
to
could
me.
definitely take one, 100%. Yeah, have one.
Seems good.
Pippin would have just asked, like, for the 2 gems that are worth 100 gold. He probably would say, "Hey guys,
We
keep
can't
this."
hear you now for some reason.
Really?
You've got
Really
a lot
muffled.
lighter.
You're there. You're
Oh,
There, you're just.
it's just the angle. Yeah. Pippin would have just wanted those 2 gems for his homunculus servant infusion.
Well, there's 3 gems in the crown of gems. An amethyst chunk.
Oh, he was just saying line 18.
Yes,
line 18.
right, exactly. Line 18 would, he would just be like, yeah, these are perfect, and then everything else, he probably, that's fine to sell.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if the party wants to sell the bronze mask of Hallister. They might. You guys might.
I have a feeling it might be useful in future
I agree.
levels.
There might be other statues we need to put it on. Yeah, I agree. And when we beat it, it can be our final 50 gold of treasure.
Okay.
Marvelous items. Is there anything else?
For now, that appears to be it.
Yes, not for you.
Ah, excellent. Do you expect you all will go back down?
Absolutely, we have unfinished business there.
Yes.
Oh, this is great news. May the golden sun guide you.
Lady
May the
Luck.
light of a monitor shine on you.
Did she already tell me about her goddess last time, or god? I think we talked about
Yes.
this, right? Yes. Okay. Cool.
I don't know how much I don't think you talked for long because there wasn't much time. When we were talking to Abaya, it was like Volo's show was just about to start, I believe, so we kind of got pulled away. But yeah, she is a priestess of a order of Joaquin.
How do you spell Joaquin?
Waukeen. So even yeah, I mean, you could ask questions of her right now to RP it though. Feel free to look up. We can say that you guys had a more lengthy discussion, but I should say
You know, Clarark, we've traveled long and hard together, but you've never asked me about my goddess.
Yes, I was actually going to ask everyone about it during this next 24 hours or whatever, because I think I'm going to I think Lavender's getting kind of... I mean, he's okay. I might come back to Lavender, but I was thinking about branching out, and so, yeah, definitely.
Wait, Joaquin interrupts. Young Birdman, you worship a plant?
The god Lavender.
The god Lavender?
Yes.
Oh, and then she just starts doing like some sort of mollifying religious rites to herself.
Forgive young Birdman, he does not know very much.
The deity of creativity, dawn, and renewal, Lavender.
Obaya puts her hands over her ears. La la la! Joaquin, I am not hearing this! Joaquin, I am not hearing this!
But I do not think Joaquin is for me. What with business and commerce and trade, I don't think that quite fits with me. Yes, Amara, who is your deity?
My goddess is Tamora, of course. Lady Luck herself.
Ah.
She
A
shines
goddess who's
brightly
all about
upon...
luck?
Yes, she shines brightly on those who are bold and take risks, and deal harshly with people who defile the dead. And she also likes people who are mischievous.
She sounds much like this traveler I've heard speaking about.
Huh. Maybe I shall try that one. Rift or Kathira, do you have gods that are super? I mean, obviously, I don't know. Kathira, you just like nature and stuff, probably. I don't know.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Druid lives matter. Elf lives matter. Please, no one take that in the wrong way.
Oh my god. So yes, please, Kathira, tell me.
Nature. You were spot on. It was just stereotyping.
What is okay? And then Rift is do some kind of earthen god or goddess?
Grunbar. Grumbar is my god. He's also known as the Earth Lord.
Look at that! I'm getting them right. Maybe it's because I'm getting lucky.
Ooh.
Hey, it's a sign. All right.
Yeah.
Amara, I shall try Tamora for a period, and we shall see.
You have to be bold and take risks, Clark.
I think he's
Master
already
Paladin.
proven that quite a bit.
Did this young Clarendon just say he was going to try Tamora?
Also, Clarendon, what am I, a pill?
I was gonna say I could swear that you just cleared in.
I probably did.
This young one
She
has
probably
yet
thinks
to
that's his name because he
find
never
That
really
reminds me,
introduced
I gotta
himself
take
very
my-
well.
truly
Dear
wishes
text.
to follow. He's a bit of a follower, if you understand.
Yes, I'm trying to, Obaya, I was once part of a dragon cult that worshipped, fuck. Not Bahamut, the bad one.
Worship
What's the bad one?
fuck.
Tiamat.
No, Bahamut is
Tiamat.
the good one. Bahamut's
Yeah,
the good one.
I know, Tiamat's the bad one. I was in Dragon
Tiamat.
Cult, and we worshipped Tiamat, and, I didn't like that, and they were bad people, so I left, and now I'm searching for a god for myself, and I need to find one that fits me. I was just doing, Lathander, that's what it was, not Lavender, I'm sorry, Lathander. And I look over at Conwyn, I'm like, Conwyn has told me all about a Monitor, and I know you said stuff about Joaquin, but I'm trying to find something that fits me and my lifestyle and yeah. So I'm gonna try Tamora. I think that's my next god destination.
Say, Amara's definitely gonna do some
If you
luck
want to
with her
try
lady
something that's along you, then you should probably try Hearsome,
What is Hearsome?
the Prince of Fools.
Oh shit!
Obaya, who had been getting increasingly pale and her mouth just like slowly becoming agape as she was talking with you, just kind of like snapped to and nodded at Conwyn.
How do you spell Hearsome?
Hyrsam.
Yep, our cat's drugged. He's in the window.
It's a good spot to be high as fuck.
He's more like a demigod. He's a satyr.
What
but
meds
come
is he on, out of curiosity? Do you know offhand?
Oh, geez, yeah. I've read it 20 times, but you can never remember those names.
Right?
I will certainly
I
put
say
that
it
on.
a million times a day.
I'll put it on the list, Conwyn. I got probably 30 gods I'm probably gonna end up going through, and so I can definitely make that one of them.
Amara's like, you definitely should pick the food god.
Just steer clear of Tempest.
What's that one?
Have you done none of your clerical studies?
Oh, I don't know anything. I only know the two dragon gods, and then what you guys have told me. That and Lathander. Lathander was the only one I had done my research on.
Tempest is the terrible god of war.
Oh yeah, I would never do that one. You're good. I would only worship good or neutral. Probably good. I'd probably just go with good. Tamara's good, right? And I look over at Amara.
Of course she's good.
Okay. Then yes, as long as it's good, I'll try it.
Try it.
Make sure to give Talos a try too.
God damn it,
God.
guys! I'm gonna have like 100,000 tabs open
Isn't
at some
Talos
point.
like
Stop
the god
it.
of light or something?
Talos is the god that Hogswain follows.
Also, one of the big enemies of a monitor, as well as my understanding.
Yeah. Because chaos versus order.
Right, destruction, rebellion, conflagration, earthquakes.
Halos is about chaos. I do enjoy chaos. Is fun. That's fair. But maybe that's a better match than that Hearsome you said, because Hearsome said he also dealt in savagery. I don't
God
know.
of chaos, you say?
Yeah, God of Chaos. That sounds fun.
Obaya becoming very kind of at this point borderline incensed about this talk of like
All the different
praising
gods.
multiple gods. Yeah, just please leave
Obaya,
my sight now.
Obaya, I will ensure that he seeks a more noble path.
Obaya, hear me out. Hear me out, Obaya. Let's establish point one. All of the gods are real, correct? They're all real. Whether or not you pick which one to worship, they are all real. So if they're real, then couldn't polytheism be a valid way to religion? Did I just give her a heart attack?
No, I'm just trying to think how curt she would be in her response here. We pray to our gods for power. It is a bargain going back to the dawn of sentience. They give us the spark of life and the beginnings of power, and in return, we give them all that is us. Look at your paladin friend here. He wears his faith like a mantle. Surely his god knows his name potently. It is for these reasons why we commit ourselves entirely. This is where we get our power, and without steadfast faith and the beneficence and prospering of our gods, we will not get anything in return.
Obaya, I do not mean to spark controversy, as you are affiliated quite closely with the Monitor himself. However, my power and my bond comes from my magnate. I swore an oath to his crown. A Monitor empowers me, but my true power comes from Descarat.
Out of character, Kyle's imagining a Clarark could possibly be like a NASCAR car that just has different religions like on him, and so it's like my right arm is for Tor, my left arm is for Tiamat, my right leg is for.
Obaya responds to Conwyn. There are many theories. The greatest of paladins and theologians debate. I myself am a low-level worshipper, a mere humble servant, and have not learned the greatest secrets yet. You may one day learn more than me, fair paladin. I just beg of you, share these secrets as you learn them.
They are not just for mine. I have entrusted to my king and his crown that I will spread the words of law from my own country of Zakara all the way across every stretch of land.
And may the light let it be so, she says with making a hand gesture, and kind of one of the champions standing beside her makes a beckoning hand gesture to the party.
There was a little lacing of uncertainty after having so recently lost one of his primary tools of doing so.
Right.
If Lily or I burst out laughing at some point, it's because our dog is playing with the 2-liter bottle.
This, just as a reminder to the party to perhaps feed our next destination, you guys are covered in filth.
Oh yeah.
You may want to clean up a little bit. Slither was the worst, but none of you are like clean after that expedition.
I need to clean up and take a
All right.
bed.
Yeah.
Take a
I say
bed.
our rooms at the
Need to
orphanage
take
are
a dump?
still ours, right? We need a
Need to
bath
poo.
pronto.
I need to poo. I need to shower.
Were you not going to the bathroom down there? I definitely went to the bathroom several
Yeah, are
times.
you kidding?
down
I
there.
wore diapers.
There's just something so funny about the sentence, I need to go
So-
poo. It's like, we were down there for over 24 hours. How did you not go poo in 24 hours?
She might be constipated. Leave her
Give me
alone.
power. That's where my rage comes from.
I guess with that, Conwyn will come back over to Durnan and ask for a drink of wine and directions to the local bathhouse.
Local whorehouse. I'm just kidding. Clark wouldn't do that.
You are a child.
That's why Clark wouldn't do that. Kyle did that, not Clark. So yeah.
Durnan does get, he gives, right now they have the most fresh is like a mulberry wine that's in season. And he says, "Hey, the public bathhouse, it's not the time of season. Too cold. And the one run by the Mages Guild is far too expensive, I think. Oh, you're better off just freshening up back at the orphanage. The rooms I have set you up with, the deal will still stand. The proprietor is an old friend. Crazy bastard, but good man."
Well, to those rooms, then we go.
Bath first, loot later, I guess.
And I'll hand him a whole gold for the wine and the hospitality.
He nods at you graciously. I mean, graciously, mind, he has a rough and experienced exterior, so his gracious nod still looks fairly gruff in and of itself. But the party, if I understand correctly, leaves the Yawning Portal. It is around, like I say, noon or so, and when we get back to the overworld map, I have a date and rough time stamp that will be kept there. The party can just move their tokens, if they'd like, back down to the south into the orphanage, and we can just go from there. Once we're all like tucked in, we can just kind of course, fast forward through the bathing and that sort of.
Is the
But we
purple the door?
We can't move ourselves off of the. We're stuck in the yawning portal.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Because
Did
No,
I?
you
the
have to
walls
go
are
out
the
the
light
door.
barriers, and
You
they
have to
won't
go
let you-
out the door. Use the
Oh!
doors.
Used to where you guys
No!
raised it.
Hold the door! Hold
Where's
the door!
the doors?
Over here.
Oh.
Brilliant struck.
I had gone over there, I swear to God, and it would let me out.
I shouldn't have put lighting there. That was silly of me. Does that? Can you guys have? You can see everything when you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do everything, period.
Okay.
It was just being
Okay.
stuck, yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. All right,
Never
so
to
we're
know.
back in. The party does hear as they
Look at me.
enter quite a ruckus, seemingly a mixture of voices and movement and some rather louder noises coming from the downstairs.
After we've showered? Or bathed?
Your call?
I'm gonna go use this
You're-
bathroom here.
You're gonna
I
have
wanna use
to
this
enlighten to us which one is upstairs and which one is downstairs. Because
Yes,
there's
of course.
Not very clear markings.
The
Well, there's
one,
the staircase.
yeah, the one that just kind of looks like normal straight stairs, those are down, and then that shitty added like curved staircase, that's to go up, and those are the only two staircases in there.
Whoa, and there's some kind of weird dimensionality shift because you go down on the south end, but then you come out on the north end. Whoa!
I definitely want to bathe before I do anything.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm gonna use this bathtub here.
So the
I
party.
think those are just rugs.
Now that you know what, you guys can all claim. Everyone, go put your token in what room you want your character to be sleeping in, and we'll kind of like mark it.
Okay, I kept going in this room, so...
All right, everyone, take your free hand and just put your little letter there. Save me time. The party, weary from our travels, almost a day straight of monster slaying and dungeon diving through level 1 of this dark dungeon of the Mad Mage, we come back covered in muck mire, blood and guts, eager for hot baths and just to sponge the grime off us. Everyone does so. Amara in particular really takes her time and enjoys the hot water. We'll say an hour in total goes by.
Is there someone in this bathroom?
That's the manager. That's who the halfling that the party was brought over and spoke to on day 1. He's like kind of the manager here. His name is Christian von Hallenbach. I'm sorry, Christian von Habelnack.
Christian von Hallerback. Gotcha.
What are these, by the way? Are these fireplaces? Windows? What are they?
Let me back out and see your
Looks
thing.
like a chimney.
Yeah, those are kind of like little hearths.
I think this is the
a
window.
window?
Yeah.
Yes, those are windows,
Okay,
correct.
yeah, this would definitely be her room.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. That is kind of a sweet ass room, huh?
Well, I was thinking that where it's defensible and there's an escape route if she needs one. Also her own heat. And it's
Dude.
pretty big.
Conway, did you really
And it's
draw a
next to
square
Lou.
around your room?
That's his zone.
I'm in
You
your
don't-
zone. I'm in your zone.
I have set up incense and cleansed the area and done the rites, and it's safe for me to be in this zone. Yeah.
Well, as you're doing your incense trail, trying to get it to align just right. Yeah, Clark just runs through. Woo! We did it, guys! We did it, guys! Disturbing the smoke path, and it said.
flying around the building.
it does. My first dungeon, Clark. Yeah, my first. He's very excited. It sets you back like 5 minutes or so.
Patience is a virtue.
Not one that I have.
Alright, Amara has immediately locked her door and put things in front of it just in case.
Yes, I'm sure.
I would like to make a dex or strength check to get it open.
Amara's been through some shit. That's you want to do it. You want to get into her room right now, Kyle or Clark?
Oh, you know what I do? I go outside and I go to her window.
The
And I just start
fudge
waving at
you
her. 'cause
do, sir.
There's no curtains or blinds, so I just wave at you through the window.
No, there is curtains.
Oh, dang it.
Clark, in his excited nature to
Why did
see
my text
everyone.
go away? Oh.
Alright.
We long resting now? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, no, yeah, we were going to shop and stuff. We were just taking a bath.
Oh.
Because I think it's only
We
like
just all automatically shower.
it's only like 2 p.m.
Yeah, that's a very good estimate.
Oh, it won't go on top of another? That's fudged.
I don't
Okay.
see no showers.
Well, we know it's locked and I've barricaded. And
No,
I
we see the
definitely
word
need
locked.
time
We
to
see the word locked.
myself.
I already showered. Before we get here.
So
Do we want a long rest right now?
Oh, are
no,
we
I want enough
Conwin's
time
got
to-
business if it's midday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to sell stuff before things close.
Oops, I didn't.
But
mean to
Amara
do
would
that.
definitely, like, before she leaves the room, set up traps so she would know if people were in her room and definitely,
of course.
like, security.
Now, do you have like a snare or something to that effect in your bag? Because
Well-
if you have an actual trap, I'll just let you set it. If you don't have a trap, then I'll make you roll to do an improvised trap.
Here's what I would do. Is it's not a trap to kill someone. It's a trap, like, she's going to
Yeah.
lock her door, and then she's going to place, like, thinly pieces of hair, like, in
So you
certain
can see if they
places.
open it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Do a. Let's do a survival check on that one.
Much rather do sleight of hand, but that's okay.
How
Ugh,
do you delete what you put in?
16. Now every time I hit it, it's asking me where I want it to go. There's gotta be a better way.
There's nothing in the settings yet.
You can highlight
Oof,
it.
rough.
Just have your that one. Yeah, you can highlight it, and then you're on it. Yeah. So you do just as you say, using 2 or 3 strands of your hair by way of tying them around the hinges and the knob itself. You set up kind of a rudimentary system in such a way you'll see if it is turned again after your initial exiting of the room.
Mm-hmm. I do
I
this
delete
even
it
though I
myself.
leave nothing in there. I'm just so, like, I want to make sure no one plants anything in there. I'm suspicious.
Rift, I had told the party earlier, but if you go in your journal, you can put yourself back out.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this will be a good test to see if it works or not.
Okay. Journal.
Without me, I'm not a circle anymore. If I do that. You didn't take my circle me out.
Oh, it really isn't right. Oh, I'll fix that
Wait,
literally right now.
What are you talking about? I see regular Amara. What's going on?
No.
No, it wasn't right. I got it.
Yeah, see, this is... I come out as a square. I don't come out as my token.
Oh, I'm looking up here at the top. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
see.
that's who I was the entire time.
Yeah, that's why I was
Sorry,
confused.
I can't do that. It's not.
The only one who has a circle is Conwin.
Jeez, your room's a mess, Conwin. It's all messy.
That's
Oh,
More
Amara, you're not.
cheeses everywhere.
Amara, I don't think you're. Are you under the PCs folder?
Yeah.
Conwin, does the monitor dictate that your room has to be all smoky and messy?
And when you grab from just click the A in Amara and grab that over. I have a token for you.
I mean, my room's smoky
The
too,
A
but
and Amara? What do you mean?
Yeah. Don't click from the 3 lines. Click from not the 3 lines.
I don't have any 3 lines. In my, I literally have a picture of Amara. If I click her picture and drag, it does it.
Don't click her picture. Click like the lettering or something. Yeah, you see, when I put you out, Beryllium, were you able to put yourself out?
you have to drag from your name, not your picture.
When I go to drag from my name, it just moves the whole window.
I don't even see myself. I don't even see Clara. Oh, PCs.
There we
It's
go.
way down there. I'm just blind.
Yeah,
No,
pieces.
I
Yeah,
just-
rips. All right, we'll just kind of revisit that later. So we are not taking a long rest, but
Did you perchance not set up my token in there? Because if you click on my picture, once you're in there, you can set her as a token as well
Yeah.
as.
No, that's all. That's all set up.
Oh,
Yeah, Mara, you come out as a token to me.
Yeah, I see.
I come out as picture to me.
That's weird.
There's nothing.
Clark, when we take our break, just make and you're looking at the PCs.
Oh wait, I found it. I was going into the actual sheet.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay.
So
You're reading things just as fast as I'm adding them. That's good.
we now know how many licks it takes to devolve a campaign. 5.
I believe the real Clark too. I think the real Clark's now gone.
Oh, dear.
I can re-add myself. It's okay.
The astral disturbances are growing heavy.
I actually exist. No, I was trying to ask Conwyn. Conwyn, why does your room have to be smoky and like chaos like this? Why does a Monitor wish that?
If you walk in, you don't actually see any of that. It's literally just holy
Incense.
cleansing energy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Clark, as you watch, you do notice that the smoke coming from Conwyn's sensor doesn't even. It behaves a little bit abnormally as you watch it. It truly does not seem like normal, tumultuous, billowing smoke. The smoke's almost snake outward in kind of paths going around the room, filling the corners, and then kind of, once the circuit is complete, dissipating very, very rapidly.
Whereas the smoke in Kathira's room is smoky as
That's
fuck.
different. Yeah, that's smoky. Well, I don't want to put
It will
words
make
out
you.
there.
It will make you cough for days.
Kathira, no offense, I will not be going in your room. You're welcome.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
That works out best for
Clark, as you're
everybody.
running around, doing your checking up on all the party members, you notice there's like a wet towel underneath Kathira's door.
Accurate.
He ain't getting in my room, mother trucker.
We're not exactly sure how the towel got wet.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
At least they're supposed to be music.
All right. I know where Conwyn is. He has the bag of holding. I'm gonna go knock on his door. Knock, knock. I go, Conwyn, we've business to attend.
Yes, I suppose we all do. What do you need?
We have gear to sell and restock, and I have some inquiries I need to be made.
Well, I suppose you'll be needing the bag then. And
I thought you were going to go with the bag.
Relax.
That's why I knocked on your door.
I have other business to attend to.
She kind of cocks her head at you and raises her eyebrow and extends her hand for the bag.
I made an oath to you as well. And I'd like to assume that you will honor my trust in that. So, Conwyn's going to take out the short sword scrap from inside the bag and put it to his own backpack, and then hand the bag in the rest of its contents over to Amara.
Okay. And what was your thing to me? Out of character.
The oath to you
Yes.
was to help avenge the death of the
Red band.
Red Band. Or Red Brand.
Red brand bands.
Is it brand or band?
It's Brand. With an
Red
R.
brand.
Brand. Okay, brand.
Red
I think I was
brand.
doing
What?
that wrong.
Bandit.
But the
Red
member
Bandit.
the members of the Red Brand that have musical instruments formed the Red Brand Band.
No.
The big
Yes.
red band?
Yes,
So-
the big Red Brand Band.
I am also as interested in avenging their death to find this paladin, because it's clear he's not of noble ilk.
She kind of nods her head. She's like, I thank you for the trust with this bag. I assure you I've never stolen anything from it. And then she whispers under her breath, I don't understand why I was taken away from me in the beginning, but whatever.
I would say it's pretty safe to say Conwyn, especially given his young and brashness to him, he would be totally convinced that this paladin was an oath breaker just because he's operating port.
Yeah, that's kind of where my
Yeah.
head is in general.
Yeah.
Or Conwin's head is. But he's distracted by other things at the moment, so a lot more willing to give up the bag and not question things right now.
All right. She's gonna go and knock on Rift's door.
Someone knock at my door.
You hear Rift singing to herself on the inside.
Rift, are you done yet? We have stuff to sell, unless you want me to sell it by
Okay.
myself.
No, I'm just making music.
All right. Well, I'll go knock on Kathira's door then.
I'm coming.
I knock on her door and I kick the towel. Like, Kathira, we got stuff to sell. We have to resupply. Let's go.
A puff
Kathira.
of smoke comes out.
Rift sneaks in real quick and smokes some with her.
Jeez.
See, always gotta smoke before going shopping.
All right. Now I'm ready.
Kathira tamps her bowl out and wobbles out of the room.
She doesn't
Thank
knock
you.
on Clark's door because he's just been following her from room to room.
I've been already following around. Yep.
What a
Not just you, everyone. To be fair, he was
Yeah,
checking
no,
on
He flew in my
everybody.
window
Yeah.
like a creeper. And I'm like,
You locked your door. If you lock your door, of course I'm gonna go to your window. Come on, it's
what
common
do you mean? We
sense.
were all bathing. Why would you come in if I'm bathing and I locked my door, you little pervert?
We were. There's no baths in our rooms. The baths are in the public areas. You couldn't be bathing in your room.
Perchance not
By
your
the
room.
assumption, by making it that everybody was bathing at the same time, we kind of have to assume that every room had a bathroom, unless we were doing a communal bath.
Oh, there's at least one. There's only one bath. Two baths. There's two baths. So we
Oh.
must have been taking turns.
Those are carpets.
Where? No,
Yeah,
this is
these-
a bath. Is that not
these
a
are
bathtub?
carpet. These are
That's not a bathtub.
They're green carpets.
Are you positive? I'm
Oh,
still
did
pretty
it-
sure it's a bathtub.
Was there no baths in there at all?
Wait,
If
wait,
it-
wait, Craig, is
There's
this not a
an old
bathtub?
woman with
In each corner, there's
crystal
two.
ball?
There's a green carpets.
Yeah, we'll say those. Yeah, those are clearly carpets, but we'll say they're bathtubs.
Wait,
yeah, I
wait,
can
where are the green carpets that you're talking about?
in the
oh yeah,
south,
that's
southeast
definitely
and
a carpet.
northwest.
Agreed. I'm talking
He's
about
talking
the
about
one.
this one.
This one. This is a bathtub,
No,
right?
it's a carpet.
No, that's a
That's
carpet too.
definitely a
Well,
brown
actually,
and
so we're gonna say
beige
that one that you're
carpet.
clicking on. We're gonna say that one's a desk in particular. But yeah, the other ones are carpets, and then the one in northeast,
Oh,
southwest.
boy.
Those are here. We can even put.
Clark
I-
just goes
I can-
room to room, smashing his beak on things.
Guys.
Is this a bath? Is this a bath? Is this a bath?
No.
If we do that, guys, that means there's no bathrooms. Why don't we just say that these two are bathrooms? Problem solved.
Well,
Just
here.
say that the-
put
just
it-
say
Well,
all-
I don't know about
just
you
say,
guys,
guys,
but I
just-
took a bath in here.
Guys,
Why are
Actually,
we
we
worrying
know,
about
guys,
the positioning of the bath?
I am like 99.9% certain that this is not a rug. It's a full bath.
Kyle,
So it's
zoom
not a green
in
rug.
and look at
I
the
did zoom in.
textures.
I think
There's
that
a
I think-
lady with
I think that's a
a
bathtub.
crystal ball.
All right, I
It's
think
a bathtub.
we're
And
getting
I
off
think,
here.
I think the green. I think the green is water. I don't think it's a green
What?
rug. It's a tub filled with water.
This is brown, the one you're talking about. In the
Oh yeah,
crystal
because it's
room.
empty. The one that's brown is empty. The one that's green is
Oh,
full.
This one is
Kyle,
water.
Kyle,
Get out
Kyle,
of
Kyle.
here.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Just let it go,
breathe.
brother.
Okay,
Just
we
let
gotta
it
go.
go, brother man.
I'm not crazy. These are bathtubs.
Yeah.
And
No,
this is
you're
why I
definitely
locked
not
my
crazy.
door from
They are
Clara, who's a
bathtubs.
perv.
And Clark's
So-
in a bathtub, so he's just gonna keep taking baths in those rugs, I guess.
I would recommend whoever wants to go shopping for specific things. It would probably be a good idea to ask Christian about stores and things like that nature. If you don't know where something is, real good resource right here for you.
Okay, I would knock on his door.
Come in,
Are you in the bathtub, sir?
bathtub. What? We only
Yeah,
have two. They're the green rug-looking things. I'm sitting at my desk. Come
no,
in.
sir. You tuned your empty bathtub into a desk. Wonderful, wonderful, very smart. So
So we're looking for an armory to sell our things at, and any general goods stores. I definitely need some weapon and armory. Where can we find such things?
Well, Since Durnan did vouch for you, I'll give you the straight of it. For a magic shop, Faerun's finest magics. For a blacksmith, the Iron Horn. For an everything store, although I abhor the man, Slick Willie's is a house of bargains.
Everyone hates a Slick Willy. It's fine.
And then there is Mai's Miscellanery is in quite a good shop. I believe she runs scribe services as well.
Interesting. Do you have a potions
Oh,
dealer?
there's also, guys, do we have
gotta be
any
in the
artwork
magic
we need to
shop.
sell? I know for a fact there's Pete's paintings, right? Pete's paints is a thing, I'm pretty sure. Do we have any art we need to sell?
Oh, Pete's painting, yes, although it was of reputable lineage. No, this shop has shuttered windows just recently.
Oh,
Yes,
no!
yes. The new Lady Silverhand has outlawed all shops with two words in the same letter.
Didn't you just say it was called like Minerals Minstrels, or what did you say your shops were called? Say it
No,
again.
no, only two-letter shops were affected. Yes, it came to her in a vision.
What? So what were your shops? What were the shops again, Craig? What'd you say?
Yeah, here, let me.
Yeah, just
let me
write it down.
paste it right now, yeah.
Because I thought you said things that were like that. That's why I made that joke, but I guess I misheard.
I thought he did too. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought there was like an MM one in there.
Yes, but it was MMASS.
What?
What?
That sounds like
Craig,
way
you
too
were
many
worried about
letters.
Selling 4 hours.
Conwyn, you're taking the Explorer pack, right?
Pick one of them.
Yeah, I took one of the packs.
Oh, is there more
Okay,
of them?
Slick Willie's House of Bargains. Okay, that's fair. Miley's Miscellany and Scribe Services. That's 2 sets of letters that work together. MM and SS. That
No, but
should
she
have
also
been
does.
affected
She
by
also
the
does
ban.
scribe services.
I know. But that's why it should have been affected. It should have been doubly affected by the ban since there's double of that.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is the info that he gives the party, and on this note, let us kind of switch our breaks up. Is everyone okay with doing like a fast break now? It's like a 5-minute break right now, all right for everybody? Save our 10 for a little bit later.
I don't have any fast breaks. I'll have to go to the store and get some.
Okay,
Ugh.
excellent.
Ugh.
I'm not giving you inspiration for that one.
That one. I'm aware.
That was almost so forced. I might get taken away.
Take
No,
it.
no.
No, you can't. No, you can't take away inspiration.
Okay, how
You'll
long
always
are we
remember.
going to
We'll do a 5 minutes, so we'll be back at 7:10. If
Copy.
that's cool.
Long enough to hit the bar. Hopefully we got him.
I'll be joining you in that endeavor.
I'm really excited for one of these shops, and if you guys can't figure it out, then I'd be surprised.
So you're gonna be
It's Miley's Miscellany because she's gonna swing in on a wrecking ball.
Definitely. No, it's really hard to say. All these NPCs, like a week ago, I just did random name generators, but then I went back through and like some of them I didn't like, so I changed some of them. I think that was like a random name generator, but I kind of like it. It's just hard to say. It feels very like kind of Faerunian ethnic, like she's from like some far corner of Toril or something. You see, you'll see him in a second, but you like your brother Krishna there?
Like by the rice mixer. I don't know why they were there. I must have put them down by accident at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, the second you're done.
Well, come in, because brushing my teeth quick. I just want to suck my teeth. She wasn't like, get your ass in here. Hello?
That's your brother.
No, how long were that on leg? Yeah.
2 minutes early. Oh no. I need an add a "we'll be right back" scene. Ooh. Don't mind me.
One more minute.
Do, just messing with some stuff.
Lily, are you at keyboard?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
So, I've decided that just to let you guys know, Craig, I think I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna pick a new song for Toll of the Dead Every Floor as well as a new god. And so I think we should start building music into the campaign, so I'll send you an MP3. No, I'm just kidding.
I would do. I would do that if you want a specific sound to everybody to hear. You'll just
okay,
have
cool.
to copyright check it with
It's
Amara.
100% copyright. I was gonna use We're Up All Night to Get Lucky is this one.
I want to hear you start singing them like Scanlan from Vox Machina.
Yes. Well, these are bells though, so it'd be like da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like. But yeah. Yeah. If I had a singing bard, I was thinking about doing something like that, writing little parodies. The bard I'm playing as is a jester bard, so I am gonna start like either writing jokes
That's
or at least googling jokes.
Are they really bad jokes?
Yes.
Awesome.
100%.
Awesome.
Always really bad jokes.
Oh, loud noises. I really appreciate everyone's patience. I know tonight's been a little bit rocky with my cat situation and stuff like that. But
No problem.
Kyle, I gotta tell you, I hated not doing D&D in the middle of the week.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We were missing you
Yeah, I missed
and
it
each
too.
other.
It's weird.
I think what should happen is up to you guys if you want to or not. But when I'm not here, you guys should feel free to like one of you run a one shot or something. Like if Mitch wants to run a one shot or Jess wants to, like, you guys should 100% do that. And they can either be our characters from Storm King's Thunder, or you can create new characters for that one shot. But yeah.
Speaking of, I kind of want I want someone to run me a one shot for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
You could not be prepared for a one shot from me.
Say, my birthday's June 15th, but I'm going in the hospital then. But if someone wants to run me one beforehand, or
I'll do a one shot before then. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Give me a couple days to think about it, but I'll let you guys know the deets as soon as I, you know what I mean, as soon as I come up with them.
Yay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I won't be out that many Saturdays, so we're fine. But feel free. I don't want like you guys to think, oh, we can't play D&D without Kyle. Like, there's enough of us in here that have DMing experience. Feel free to have one shots without me if I'm not here. I'll just watch it on Jess's replay.
Kyle, you're the heart of our Saturdays.
I'm aware. I'm the heart of everybody. Okay, if this was Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd be the heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards, yes. All right, so let me move everyone over to something I am pretty proud of. Is that correct? We're having the four of us are leaving to go shopping right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Conwyn, you just let me know once you, you know what I mean, you kind of interject at your leisure about what you're doing. I moved the party over to our new, like, overmap. Just a couple things I want to point out that I'm going to keep up with. Up at the top middle, we're going to see the month and the day that we're currently in as well when we started. That should be useful for a couple of different things. On the left-hand side, the map that's more blocked out but less artistic, I'm going to use that to mark our POIs, which are all kind of marked in white there on the map. For the party, so that we're not cluttering it with a bunch of tokens, because the size doesn't really make sense. You know, we can't fit all of our tokens into the yawning portal, for instance. We're just going to use this party token. Right now we have a split party. That's fine. The 4 of you will use the party token once Conwyn is doing his thing. I'm keeping all of your individual tokens in the center there as storage, so when we do split up, you can just pull your tokens out as needed.
Can you ping the party token?
Yep. It's centers just a little bit below true centers. Oh, the party token.
Right by the trade ward.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
okay.
misunderstood you. And then the last thing is our current shops of interest are displayed on the bottom, which I was a little lazy. Perhaps I could have made them different pages, which I might at one later day. For now, they're just there. Yeah.
I definitely want to visit Slick Willie's. That place sounds cool.
So, just for putting it out there, Conwyn's going to be making his way directly to the Brotherhood of the Sun and following up with Brother Christian about the ones that we sent up, in addition to the other things that we discussed.
Okay, I think we'll do Amara, Clark, Rift, and Kathira first. We'll do it like that.
Yeah, you just asked me to interject with what I was doing. That's
Yep.
He's making his way.
Yeah, and Conwyn, you would, of course... were you one of the ones to get to Waterdeep a little bit early? Or did you get...
Yeah, I was already there.
Yeah, so, okay, you would have already figured out where this place was. So, party members, where do you guys want to go first of the shops?
I would like to go to sell our items. So we have basically weapons to sell and some gems to sell. And I think that's about it.
What you have in your bag, you think to your... Amara thinks to herself, and the party does, that probably like some sort of pawn shop or general shop type store would be your best bet. So from the things you've heard about, perhaps Slick Willie's might be a good spot to sell the remaining items.
He's slick, and he'd probably bargain us because he's slick.
I mean, where's Slick Willie's again?
If you look on the left and zoom out, he is
right south of the trade ward.
Yeah, a little bit south, kind of on the dock ward. Then trade
brown
ward.
Space?
No, here it's a little bit southeast of where the party token is. I know these are all... They're like tiny markings now, and I know it's kind of going to take a second for us all to like figure out where they are. But I didn't want to do bigger markings because I'm sure we'll probably add POIs as the campaign goes, and I don't want it. I don't want it to get too cluttered.
Okay. Well then, please put me there, since I have no idea where it actually is on the map.
Yeah.
I thought one of these pictures on the bottom was going to correspond. Is that not true?
Yes, it is. From here, you can grab your character token and put it down in Slick Willie.
I didn't even see those down there.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I was asking down here. Which one are we putting it down in?
Oh, in
One is Slick
the one
Willie's.
marked Slick Willie's. So
Are they marked?
I'll grab it. Yep, they have little. You gotta just zoom in on it. I'll just pull you guys.
It's the one made of wood. It's the one made of wood. Yes.
There's Clark, and there's... I just yanked you guys, so now everyone's
Thank
token's
you.
kind of all at the bottom. As the 4 of you are walking through the streets, you are met with a typical kind of autumn, or as they call it, the fading day in Waterdeep. The streets are busy. You see carts going by. There's livestock in the street. You see the whole gambit of human society. You see paupers, farmers, noblemen, soldiers, everything you're kind of seeing in just a relatively short walk over to Slick Willie's. You also hear town criers shouting out, um, Construction on the Fields of Triumph, almost complete. The fading tournament to begin shortly.
Ooh.
Construction almost complete.
Tournament.
Training has begun. Doors are open. Construction almost complete on the Fields of Triumph.
That's exciting.
Ooh. I would go up to them and like, excuse me, sir, we're travelers. What exactly is this Field of Triumph?
He holds out his hand expectantly.
I hit his hand as hard as I possibly can.
He runs away.
All right, well, I will just wait until someone else comes up.
A lot of people are passing.
I go, hey you, what is this place?
A kind of a what you would assume to be a variant human because of the purple color of his hair kind of looks over.
I can
Huh?
tell you what it is.
What is this? The Field of Triumphs, what is it?
It's the arena.
What she said. Jeez, and he shakes his head and keeps walking off. Yeah, Riff does know.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you.
What? You did not.
Well, I did now. I smoked some of Kathra's herb.
Rift says with kind of glassy eyes. She can tell you everything about this. I mean, I don't want to interject too much, but I mean, Rift, perhaps you would carry on and tell her.
It's where the gladiators fight.
I see.
Yes.
Is there money to be had here?
Sometimes, depending on the event.
Well, again, Rift would know and would probably say the whole reason that she in particular, she was coming to the city even before the dream, and it was for the annual fading contest of might, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, like gladiatorial event in certainly the Sword Coast, at least.
I could win some money.
Yeah, she was. Rift is already in for the contest actually, which is set to begin. Rift doesn't know this on the top of her head, but shortly.
Yeah, especially with that nice big great sword you have on your back.
Can anyone join, or do you have to sign up ahead of time?
I don't really
Do you
know.
do it in
Rift
or by yourself?
Rift would know that this was something that actually her father enrolled her for, telling her that she was ready for it, which was a very big event in the life of Beryllium Rift, who had been previously just watching and learning her father's battles. Being a great gladiator himself. So she doesn't know too much about the entry process, actually.
No, I actually in my story I have been in gladiator fights.
No, but this in particular, this contest of might, the annual fading battle that takes place in the Field of Triumph. This was something that your father put you in, but you didn't sign up for it yourself, so you're not 100% sure.
Right.
I see.
There's entertainment all around. People
All right.
play.
Full of
music.
information. All right, let's go sell our stuff. We'll worry about this later. I would love to watch or make some money.
I would love for you to watch.
All right.
I'm gonna win.
So the party continues on their way. They do reach Slick Willie's shop. They notice there is two ladders set up outside of the front door. And there's workers on the ladders, seemingly working on the sign. It looks like the sign used to be far bigger, but they're like covering something up at the end, such as that the new sign seems like it will read Slick Willie's, and then there's a lot after that that seems to be being boarded up for some reason.
Can I do like a perception check to see if I can see what it used to say?
Yeah, of course. They're like hammering boards on top of it, so it would be a hell. Wow. Okay, so although kind of like as they're putting the boards up, just kind of out of reflex for liking to know secret information, you kind of craned your neck a little bit just in time to see just before they put it up. No one else would have even thought it possible. It was as though you caught somebody cheating in cards. That's how quick the action was, but you saw it. And you would say that it used to read Slick Williards. And now it is, yes, it used to read Slick Williards House of Bargains. And it seems like now it will read Slick Willie's House of Bargains.
Interesting. Does it seem like this was a takeover and they're like, we'll just take off part of the sign and it'll be a new place?
There's not really any sort of data that you could glean that. You could perhaps, you could ask or something to that effect, but there's nothing that you could... They're not changing the sign, right? They're just kind of like editing the sign that was there. But I don't know if that would be enough for you to think like, oh, this is the same people.
It seems like when he created the name, he didn't realize that Slick and Willie sounded better than Slick and Williard. Probably just an oversight, that's all.
Clark says matter-of-factly.
All right, well, let's go sell some stuff. We go in.
All right. The door opens without a sound, very smoothly. A bell rings. Ting.
Very slick.
Very slick. Everyone roll a perception check.
Gladly.
Wow, what are you doing, Amara?
I'm
Wait,
really perceptive.
No. Something's not right with your
Something's
roll.
wrong.
It's wrong, yeah.
I got a net one.
It's a-
The plus
It was a
7 is
15
right, but
plus
the plus
7.
3 isn't.
Yeah, so it's a 22, and then the second one is a 13 plus 7, so a dirty 20.
The 7, that's your perception modifier is 7?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
right, or is it 3?
That's weird
You
because my
see it now?
dice didn't go anywhere near.
No, it's all glitched out. It's the
adding
new
a
patch.
3.
Is,
It's adding a
it's-
3 for no reason.
Okay, so what's the true value, friends? Sorry, I'm slow. So
Well,
the
if
7
I
is
rolled a
actually...
13
22
plus
and
7,
20.
it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, you know why? It's adding a 3, I believe, because of my favored
Enemy, probably.
or
For
my
terrain?
favored
Favorite
land
terrain.
or whatever. I can turn that off since we're not in the Underdark right now.
Underdark.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so no one
Let me just
in
roll
the
that and see
party.
if it changed. I mean,
I'm gonna keep your dirty 20, but yeah, see if the mechanics.
There you go.
Beautiful. Excellent. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep your dirty 20. So no one in the party noticed. Everyone was surprised by a voice coming from what would be not too far away from Clark's ear, like maybe 2 feet away from Clark to his left. Hey there, Slick Willie here. You guys need stuck in some glue? Well, I got just the thing for you. Look at this universal solvent, huh? Say you're stuck in some glue. And Clark, you look down and your foot is stuck on
Is
the
this
ground.
Rick and Morty's interdimensional
Just
cable to shop?
thinking, yes, that's exactly what I thought. That is Rick and Morty.
So,
Exactly that.
well, I got you. This universal dissolvent will get you right up, friend. And he splashes some substance on your foot, and
Does
then
this guy
you
have
notice you can.
Does this guy have ants in his eyeballs? Does he?
Hey! Maybe your crossbow sticks, huh? And he goes over and he throws some sort of substance on your crossbow, Amara. Well, this'll get that rate lubed
the
up.
F
Hey,
he
watch,
does.
take a shot.
The
Trust me, take a shot, Amara. Take it. Just
the
shoot
F he
your.
does. I got
You
an
can-
18 dexterity to get him the F away from me first.
All right. We'll do a contest.
I don't know. I think you should do a persuasion since he's Slick Willy to see if he can persuade you. to
No,
let
he's
him
going to rub something on it first.
Before, even with the eyes that caught the lettering on the house, you still don't even notice him. Before, well, you do notice as it's happened, but he throws the liquid at the crossbow before you can see anything. It impacts on the bow. You don't notice anything bad happening at all. This'll take that right up. Oh man, I am so glad you guys came here today. So how much do you want?
I would like you to stop touching my things. We have things to sell, and if there's something I want, I will buy it.
Oh my god, you want to sell and buy. Well, happy day. You are so glad you came to Slick Willie's. What can I do for you?
I put
He goes,
all the things on that I want to sell. I have 2 light crossbows.
Conwyn, can you find me the price of all of the mundane items in here? I'm so sorry.
It should have been on there, but just a moment, yeah.
We got
You know what? Because, well, yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going,
Yeah.
Amara.
we got an amethyst chunk, a crown with 3 different gems in it, a great sword, and 3 explorer packs and 3 scimitars.
Everything is going to be summed for the values.
Yeah, no, that works out great. Oh my gosh, these are wonderful. These are wonderful. I will pay you, and he says whatever the total amount is.
divided by 2 or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna start. Yeah, divided by 2. Is that acceptable to the party?
That is
I'm going to
that
say
is the going rate.
after touching my things without asking and possibly hurting it, I think you ought to give us a little bit more.
Oh, no, friend, come over here, hurting it. Oh my god, you are disrespecting the universal solvent. And he brings you over here, and he points you at the archery target on the wall. And he says, here, try it, give it a try, take a shot.
I point my crossbow at him, and I said, no one touches me or my things without my permission. I understand you want to sell things, but this is not the proper way to sell things to me. Do you understand?
Sir Willy, this universal solvent, does it have any use for combat? Like, if we came upon a pudding or an ochre or a jelly, could we pour the solvent on it?
Clark, I think that you need to wait a second. I am currently telling this man how I would like to be treated as a
The
customer.
adults are speaking.
I thought you were done. I heard you yell at him, and I thought you were done with that.
No, he needs to tell me he understands.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, miss, truly, honestly. And he gets down on his knees. I have a problem. I am sorry. I was born with a curse. Some people turn into savage beasts in the moonlight, and other people bleed profusely from small cuts. Slick Willie just needs to sell. He looks at you.
Let's make a
truly
deal!
upset. He's truly upset.
I think the best way to sell me things, and your curse will show you, the best way to sell things to me is to be courteous, to be quiet, and to give me what I want.
Oh my god, miss, just try it. You love shoot, please, for me. It'll renew it will start us anew. Just shoot at the target, please.
No, because I think that would give you satisfaction, and I'm not about that.
I would be so satisfied. Willie began sobbing just a little bit.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Perhaps you should have thought of that before touching my things without asking.
Wait, does he get sexual gratification from us buying things?
Do you want that to be the canon, Kyle?
The way he said gratification just made me think like sexual gratification. Oh my god.
All right. Now, about the price. Since you've displeased me, I would prefer a little extra coin.
His tears immediately stop. He looks up now like Ash. Extra coin?
Dirty 20.
Wait a second.
He's got like an automatic.
Okay. I see. I overstepped my bounds. This has happened before. One time when I was in the Waterdeep prison, I was selling shivs,
I'm
and
not interested in your stories.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
interested in my money and any
I'll cut to the end.
legitimate you have.
I'll cut to the end. But it was a great story, and it involves some great products. But the end of it, I'll give you 60% this one time, and you have to come back.
Willie, I want to hear that story, Willie.
Oh,
Child.
Birdman!
Child, go look at something shiny.
I am a teenager.
So
a young adult.
I
He
will
will
take
give
60%.
60%. And it was clear, he said, just this one time, and you had to come back.
Yes.
That's fine.
It's 70% next time, 80% of the time after that. Yeah, just keep
Now,
going up.
do you have a list of products I may look at quietly and not have you spell at me with talking quickly and loudness?
Oh, of course. He gets up now and brushes himself off fully. Again, here at Slick Willie's, this is the most quality pawn goods in all of Faerun. Definitely the Sword Coast. And he began showing you around, pointing out this and that. Basically, Slick Willie's can operate for anything mundane. He says, I also have a real eye for products too. So even things I don't deal in, old Slick Willie could probably give you the lowdown on. So he could run sorts of appraisal services if needed.
You seem like someone
I
who
have some
likes
things that I need to sell.
to talk.
Anyone before that, Amara? So anyone in the party, if there's anything that's in your equipment and it's like mundane and stuff like that, just figure out how much it's worth in D&D monies and give yourself 60% of that much gold.
Why do I
And
have
I'm
a
sure-
druidic focus if I'm not a
Because
druid?
because that's what rangers need for spellcasting.
okay.
It's also a
Yeah.
ranger focus, yes.
Yes, correct. That's why only rangers for because it's
Right.
just a druid focus.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So does he? Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I was still talking, but that's fine.
Okay. So Mr. Slick, could that universal solvent, does it have any battle uses? Could I pour it on a jelly or an ochre or a pudding, and would that possibly dissolve that or do damage to that?
He although was previously a few paces away from you, still kind of talking with Amara, at the mention of a product, he, much like, although this is out of character, out of universe, much like the butler from Mr. Deeds was kind of on you in a minute with the product that was being described in his
Very
hand.
sneaky,
Like,
very sneaky,
yes,
sir.
he's very sneaky. Oh yeah, this stuff is great. It can do anything. You will be, you'll regret it if you don't have it. You'll be glad if you have it. Let me tell you what. And thinking about the new trade laws in practice, uses in battle, zero. Definitely.
Okay.
Slick Willie wouldn't lie to you. Definitely nothing. Unless, of course, there's universal glue. There's sovereign glue in the fight. Then, you couldn't go without this stuff.
Okay, because I know puddings and jellies and ochres are also sticky, and so if it was anti-stick or spiders have webs. Is it anti-spider web? Like
No,
anti-sticky? No?
Just sovereign glue.
Just glue.
Just sovereign glue.
Oh.
Yeah, really a niche product.
So it's not like a universal solvent.
No, universal solvent. TM. Yeah, 100%.
But it only works on one thing, sir.
One thing. Yes, exactly one
It
thing.
works universally on that one thing.
Slick Willie wouldn't lie to you.
I have a question.
Kyle is loving this so much.
You seem like a person who likes to talk a lot. Would you perhaps also trade in gossip or secrets, sir?
Oh, I thought you were going to try to trade me in, because I also like to
Information,
talk
perhaps?
a lot.
Well-
Time to me,
Clark
child.
got a part-time job here, because Clark also talks a lot.
You do what's your passive perception? Amara?
My passive perception is a 17.
You notice when you say that, he begins to sweat ever so slightly, and his fingers start twitching a little bit, and he says, well, Willie does love talking, but what Willie really loves doing is making money, and when Willie talks a lot, as you see, every once in a while, violence is encouraged, and that's bad for business. So Slick Willie never talks.
But
Ever.
what if
Slick
perhaps
Willie talks a lot.
would Wilhelm perhaps talk?
Williard.
Who?
Slick Williard.
The man on the sign.
Old sign.
Clark,
Oh,
please.
he doesn't exist anymore.
You
Yes, who?
don't need to talk. I'm talking.
I'm talking with you. We can be two. We can be
No, you're
double
annoying me,
teaming.
child. Go away.
I helped you. You said Wilhelm. I said Williard. You're welcome.
Willie
Doesn't
looks at Kathira. Did they always bicker like married couples?
I don't know. She's kind of mean today.
Gross.
Go stand in the corner and cry.
Okay, please. At least you be quieter.
Nope. I'm gonna be like, where?
Willie's growing increasingly uncomfortable looking at a grown Eric Oak.
Technically, he's
Baby
a teenager.
Young adult, manhood. He has reached manhood.
Thank you.
Should act like it, maybe.
I was trying to have a conversation. I was trying to help you in the conversation, like an adult would, and then you were
an
mean,
adult
like a
would wait
child would
until
be.
someone's done speaking instead of just talking over them and interrupting
No, it's
them.
tag team.
No tag team.
Yes.
No.
Bad cop, good cop. You're bad cop. I'm good cop.
No, you're currently bad cop. Go in the corner because you're bad.
All right. So what is the party? Are we done with Willie or?
So he's not going to tell me any secrets.
No.
No. What he said is that he doesn't talk. I mean, you could perhaps press him on that matter, or no. You asked about Williard, and his response was doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Can I get insight on that?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
I heard your question, Amara, too. I'm just holding for a sec. The response to the insight check might kind of.
20.
No, yeah, you think he's totally telling the truth. You don't really get any extra context with a dirty 20, but you definitely think he's telling the truth. Williard would then respond. He'll kind of lean into you a little bit, Amara, and he'll talk quietly, but not in a whisper. He'll say, "Oh, Slick Willie is the slickest around. I sold the yard." Eh?
Aw. Yeah. That's good. That's
Mert,
good.
Mert the money launderer bought it off me for 100,000. And he,
Slick Willie, do you have rations?
oh, of course, the best. You like pemmican? I hope you like pemmican. It's
Yes.
all we carry.
I'm done here.
Do you have Hamacost?
We have ham bones.
No, Hamacost.
We have hammocks.
Hamacost.
What are Craig doesn't know what you're saying.
So ask.
What's a hammock cost?
How about $5 a pound?
Oh, Birdman, we're even for the crying, my friend.
What's a dollar?
$5 a pound?
No.
Amara is glad
Oh
she
my
went
God.
outside because she would have punched Clara.
Where do I go to buy the potions?
Yeah, Willie would say, "Oh, potions. You know, the damn laws around here. Old Slick Willie can't deal in the sweet liquid gold anymore. You find, I think, Mage Miscellanery. I think they're licensed to deal in potions. And, definitely over at, FFM's, you know, Faerun's Finest Magics. He'll get you, too. As long as you're set up with the permits.
Why don't
What
you just get a
permit?
permit, Willie? Why don't you get a permit, Willie?
Oh, I mean, everyone knows that. You know, certain grades of magic items you may require permits for, or even, like you see here, you need certain permits just to sell things, too. Those are the hardest, actually, is the selling of magic items. It's very hard to be able to do that in any just shop in Waterdeep.
And that's why he is truly cast, because he can't sell a damn thing!
Shut up, old man! Call the cards on you. Don't think I won't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, friends. Now, is there any more deals you'd like to make?
I've already left the shop.
I don't think so.
Do we have to go to like a blacksmith for armor, or does he have armor? For a blacksmith?
You could ask him.
Do you have armor?
I don't carry I have secondhand used stuff, but it's more for
What do you have?
most of what I have is for show. The nobles like wearing it. It's not very functional. As a valued customer and someone who's promised to come back.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Slick Willie hates this. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. And he puts his hands on his hips like this. I won't sell you this armor. Go to the Iron Horn.
What? Wait. What armor won't you sell me, Willie?
He just points, and you look in the back, and you see. Is Rift still in there with you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Rift looks over and looks at the armor, and Rift would be able to identify that it is not functional armor. Everything that Willie has, like it's
Oh.
It's made out of paper mache.
it's kind of like it's like cast off armor. You know what I mean? Very much secondhand, and you know it's some has holes in it, some is too rusty to really work, some is
Yeah.
Riff just
Gotcha.
whispers to
But-
him. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, but Slick Willie, seemingly worried about your health and well-being, directed you all to the Iron Horn for
Yeah.
armors.
That's fine. Okay, let's head out then.
All right. We need to. Did anyone add that to the list of
It's
how
all-
much we have?
It's all still in the thing. It needs to be transferred over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we never did that. Conwyn, what was the total on? Or did you ever? Okay,
I put the
see it.
sums in there,
Perfect.
so it's 50, 100. If we're selling the Explorers packs, it's 140. 215 if we're selling the Explorers packs. 175 without.
What about the
That's
gems?
gross value, not the adjusted with the.
Okay, so are you guys selling the Explorers? No, he didn't do the the 2 gems. He
Oh.
did not.
Yeah,
Oh.
the 2 gems we were saving for
No, not the 2 gems. The crown with the 3 gems.
yes.
Why wouldn't we sell him the crown with the 3 gems?
What do you mean?
Yeah, there's-
We did.
Oh, not according to what Conwyn was just listing as far as values.
Conwyn, when you said 200, I know that does include the Explorers packs. Does that include the Amethyst chunk and the
It does
crown?
not include the gems or the crown.
Did you guys want to sell the
Yes.
gems that are not on line 17 right
So
now?
that would be an extra 200 plus 250, so that's an extra 450. So then you can, yeah.
No, 200 plus 1.
What?
So 300.
Oh, why does it say 100 and 250 in that one there?
Space in between. Here, let me fix it. I mean, I guess it's redundant because it's about to go away, but...
Oh,
2
one
space
100
50 gold.
and 2 space
Yeah,
50.
okay.
I
Yeah.
see.
So 300 total on top, so that would be 500 all day long. And then we're going to do...
If we sell the Explorers packs, 515.
515. Okay. Do you guys want to sell the packs? Keep the packs? What do you want to do?
I'm good.
Well, we all have packs already, and
Yeah.
Conwyn got a pack already. So,
So that's 309 into the cash.
Excellent.
I thought we said 5 something just a second ago. What do you mean?
That's the gross. That's not after the 50. The 60%.
Oh, I see. The 60%. Yes.
Okay, so lots of numbers being thrown. So it's 515 times 60, yeah, or 0.6.
Yeah.
It's 309 that we're putting in. Brings
Beautiful.
us up to 2565.
My man. And there we got rid of the amethyst chunk. I don't want to work against somebody. Yeah,
Oh,
let me put
sorry.
that back. No, I'll stop. Only who wants to do it? It's coming up, Kyle. You want to do this because it's
Yeah,
coming
I'll
up
do
on Conway. Yeah, we're coming
Yeah.
up on Conway here in a second. So Kyle will
Yep, I got
handle
it.
that.
I already adjusted the gold value, so don't touch that.
Beautiful. Thank you
Okay.
for this communication and help here, guys. So let me just think how we want to do this.
So I definitely want to go to a weaponer, preferably magic weapons, if possible. We would
Yes.
like potions and armor, you know.
Of course. For now, let's cut over to Conwyn for a moment. Conwyn, just to let you know ahead of time, I'm going to cut this interaction up a little bit to go back and forth between shop visits to them and parts
No,
of
it
this
did take a
interaction
while
with
the
you.
way we talked about it, so
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
And just to roll with it, I should have messaged you, but it's going to happen. Nothing will be fundamentally different, but the specifics of what happened will be a little bit different than what we talked about.
No worries.
Excellent. So yeah, you make your way over to the Holy Brotherhood of the Sun Temple. You hear similar shouts, criers as you go through. Conwyn kind of takes mental note of that. You probably would have knew about it ahead of time, though, just from your brief stay here before everything happened. It was still an event that was talked about then as well. As you come over, and I will assume, well, I know you've been here before, but as you come over, it really kind of strikes your mind that the temple here is not nearly as magnificent or glorious as you would like it to be, or even in comparison to those structures around it. The temple truly is on the outskirts of town. It's up on a hill, away from the cobblestone and paved streets and full-on hustle and bustle of Waterdeep proper, away from even the other temples, which are many of them cloistered up near the City of the Dead and towards the North Ward, the more affluent areas. This temple to Amanatar is really out of the way. The temple to Lathander, Conwyn thinks to himself, is far more great, and he gets a little sour about that on his way.
Well,
You hear
Here's-
Clark's voice in your head.
this is a little meta discussion. The Brotherhood of the Sun is a division within other temples. There are people who are devout to Amanatar because, well, Amanatar was quote unquote
Big
Lathander
god.
for a while.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that this is how the temple would be. So he
The
wouldn't
way
really be
the way I
sour.
read it, so because, well, so the way, and we perhaps should have had more of a discussion, but my understanding is you do not want to have like a dual, you don't want to believe in a dual god like Lathander being a facet of
Yeah,
a Monitor and vice versa. You want to believe in a Monitor, right? So the way I have it is, and we can either talk about it privately at length, or Conwyn can just discover more of it throughout the campaign. But Monitor used to be a really big god. We're on the same page here. In fact, he used to be known. Like, he walked on the land before people knew him. But he definitely went quiet for a while. But all gods did because of the Sundering and the Spell Plague, right? And it was after the Sundering, but before the Spell Plague, that people kind of started to combine Lathander and a Monitor.
they said he was a reincarnation of falsehood.
They are different. Yes, they are in canon without giving anything away. They are both existing and real figures that are separate and different.
Got you.
And yes, this church that you're going to, the Holy Brotherhood of Sun Temple, is specifically the Church of a Monitor. Over at the and you'll have to give me a top of my head. There is a church to Lathander in Waterdeep, and that is a far bigger and more grandiose temple. It does have like a section. A Monitor is known and depicted in the Temple of Lathander, but it is the temple
But
to
this is
Lathander.
specifically the temple to Lathander. Okay, I got you.
You're right.
So, walking up on the temple, is there anyone about, or am I needing to enter to see anyone?
Yep, I'm moving you down. You're in the way south. I'm moving your token right now for you. Southmost right is where you're going. Yeah, so as I said, the temple is a beautiful thing to you, but it is not an overly large building, certainly not for a temple. It is in good repair, but it is not pristine. And yeah.
So Conwyn would make mental note that he needs to send word to his magnate that funds are needed here to spread the true word of Monitor.
Right.
But he's going to enter the temple, pay proper respects as he goes through the door, and then immediately come up and search to see if the head priest would be there.
Yeah, of course. As you come in, you notice two humans sitting in a pew off to the side, performing normal rites and sacraments to the god of Monitor. You notice what you would assume to be some sort of temple caretaker, but Conwyn thinks to himself, it's unfortunate it's only one, and he seems quite busy and harried. He's going around tending the plants right now. You notice off in the side of the temple a bucket with some sponges nearby. You think to yourself, he's probably going on to do the windows afterwards. You do notice a robed figure in the proper garb for a high priest of a Monitor. He seems aged and even, you would say, a little tired looking to his face. He seems stern but broad-shouldered and a strong man.
Would he be wearing the garb of a Sun Lord or a Sun Master?
No, just symbolism of just gold.
So just a priest of the temple.
Yeah, let me give you the best I can do right there.
All right. Would this is just meta / backstory? Would this be Brother Christian?
Yes, correct. And even if you had spoken to the head priest here before, then you would recognize him as so.
All right.
How do you want to spell that name?
Hold on, I'll type it out.
Because I know it's close to Halfling Boy. Perfect.
Brother Christian, I followed the voice that spoke to me that night, and I've learned a great many things since then.
Aye, a Monitor be praised.
I think perhaps it would be best if we spoke in private.
Brother Christian kind of looks around and his brow furrows a little bit. Private. Right. And he through this door's fine. He brings you into this room here. You notice it to be a kind of a Monitorian confessional chamber, where there is a desk where normally the priests would record confessions of people who had either reneged on their own word or seen others to commit falsehoods.
Brother, I've ventured into the Underdark and learned of the Mad Mage Hallister, who controls the many levels of the dungeon there. The vision that I thought was a Monitor guiding me turned out to be an ancient spirit by the name of Jazeera. It spoke to us multiple times. And through my prayer, I was guided and found those who were not truthful to their compatriots, thieves, and terrible, terrible things.
Terrible things, you say? Terrible things abound, terrible things indeed. Brother Conwyn, when you arrived, saying you were sent from Great Father Amonitor, it was as though you lifted my spirits up and showed me the way once again. Hearing now that this was a mere farce, a lie, I just don't know.
I do not believe it was a deception on the part of the spirit, merely a presentation from a monitor. He spoke to me while I was in the Underdark, guided my hand, and kept me safe in many a harrowing time.
I guided your hand. Wait, where is your holy weapon, Paladin?
Conwyn, with a very somber look, reaches into his pack and pulls out the symbol of a monitor that has barely any metal hanging onto it anymore.
The priest
Go ahead.
The priest just kind of looks forlornly at the weapon.
I fear that there are many a dangerous, very dangerous creature in the Underdark. And a Monitor's judgment, as powerful as it was, as much as it was able to guide me through previous conflict, it has fallen to the dangers below.
Brother Christian now kind of puts his hand on Conwyn's armor-clad shoulder and takes a big sigh and opens up the door to go back out and kind of gestures for Conwyn to step outside with him, and he puts his hands up and he says, I am the fourth in the line of priests to a Monitor. My father and his father and his father fanned the flame of truth. This temple stood for years, millennia, before our family took stewardship. There was a time when our windows glimmered like the sun, and the masses clamored outside. But times are different. I begin to doubt, Brother Conwyn. Brother Christian lifts his staff and begins to cast the spell, the cleric version of prestidigitation, which Conwyn would be familiar with, and Christian kind of ends it by like putting his clacking his staff down on the floor, and his staff head begins to glow with a light, which Conwyn is familiar with being a ritual done by a high-level priest and a Monitor servant. The light that comes out from the staff, which is normally a nearly blinding light reminiscent of the sun, is weak and flickering, giving off only dim light. Brother Christian says, I begin to think that a Monitor is dying.
A Monitor will never die. His radiance has brought power to our people before and will guide us through any of our struggles. The false figure, Lathander.
Hey.
Even he could not distract from the true might of a Monitor. And even I have met recently a follower of Waukeen, who has affirmed that a Monitor is well in his age.
As Conwyn is giving this short little soliloquy, the beams of sunlight that were cascading through the tall stained glass windows, the beams almost seem to shift of their own accord in an almost unnatural manner, which no one really is that cognizant of in the heat of the moment, and the sunlight just streams for a second, glintingly on Conwyn's armor, before kind of passing. Easy to think it was just a figment of one's imagination. Brother Christian, though, smiles, hearing the speech given by Conwyn, and kind of reaffirmed almost by it. He says, your faith is heartening, Brother Conwyn, and it helps to steel my own. You are truly the bulwark of a Monitor. Being as such, come, and he kind of leads you over, crossed behind the other guys, and he has a little around his neck. He pulls out a silver key and unlocks the door. You both come in. This being not an ostentatious room, clearly a room of prayer, a holy room, but being filled with golden items representing a Monitor, and different spiritual ritual practices being filled. Brother Christian goes forward into a shelf and kind of digs for a moment and pulls out a thick tome, which is chained to the shelf itself, being a heavy golden object, the whole shelf. And he slams the seemingly religious book down on the table, bits of dust coming out as he does so. He says, go through the rites. A Monitor, having once walked the land and taught our forefathers his way, left many secrets. As you know, our God is a warrior and a bastion for that which is right and orderly. He taught the old priests how to wield mighty weapons in his name. If anything can save a Monitor's judgment, you will find it here. And Brother Christian goes to walk out the door, leaving you to your devices.
Taking heed of the brother's words, Conwyn will open his own tome, along with the golden tome, pull out a Monitor's symbol, placing it at the head of both of them, light some incense, and begin going through the rites and reciting passages to, with any faith and any hope, bring a Monitor's back into the symbol.
Excellent. So with that, we will, Brother Christian closes the door behind. You hear him saying as he does so, with a Monitor's blessing, just kind of like underneath his breath, and kind of keeps walking away. Conwyn is now thumbing over a deep tome, doing sacred rites to restore his icon of a Monitor. We will cut back over to the rest of the party. I believe we were done at Slick Willie's, and we're all heading over to the Iron. Is that right, guys?
Yep.
So,
Excellent. You guys can move your own tokens over there if you'd like. The doorway is on the western part of the Iron Horn.
So while we have a moment, I did do the math. Sorry. I guess, yeah, we can move over there.
From before, it was 30309 or something like that, wasn't it?
Did you guys already do 2605 divided by 7?
Conwyn did, yeah, but it was 5. It was. Oh no, no, we didn't do that. We didn't do that.
Okay. That is 372 gold and 0.14 would be 14 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 silver and 3 copper. If you want to go down to it.
So say that again. I'll put it in chat. How much gold?
0.14 would be 1 silver, 4 copper.
That's
okay.
correct. 0.14.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
how much gold?
372 gold, 1 silver, and 4 copper. With a bunch of decimals
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just ignore past that. Yeah, I just put it in chat, guys, so we're all on the same page there.
And so I'll change the inventory to say no gold is in the bag of holding then. Where were we going?
The Iron Horn was what I think.
Is that the magic shop?
That was the
That's the
blacksmith. I
shop.
thought that was the where you guys wanted to go. I mean, you go wherever you want to.
Yeah.
Would you get magic weapons at the magic shop, or is that at the weapon shop?
You don't know for sure.
Well, let's
Yes,
go
we have 300 gold each. I don't think 300 is buying magic anything.
I mean,
No, it definitely can be. It definitely can be.
Yeah.
But what I was
plus
going
one
to say,
arrows are only 25 gold a thing.
Oh.
and magic
Okay.
potions and things like that.
No, potions, sure. I meant weapons and armor. Yeah, so there are thousands.
Hey man, a rope of climbing is super cheap. But what I was going to say, I guess just for brevity's sake,
Uh-huh.
we can say that Willie would have said that the Iron Horn doesn't do magic weapons. He would again cite legal restrictions in place. What the Iron Horn does do is any and all sort of mundane blacksmithing services to the highest quality. That is to say, like any, if you need plate or splint or leather or anything like that. But they'll also do forging custom things, like maybe you need a doorstop forged, they got you, and they can also do weapon repair and things of that nature.
Can we go to the magic shop first then? Because depending on what I can get there, I would go restock regular arrows and or get regular armor. What do you think?
I don't think anybody would fight you there. Clark, Rift, Kathira?
Yeah, shop, sure.
Nope.
All right, we'll just head so you guys can just move yourselves all the way over to the leftmost bottom. So Faerun's finest magic.
Hypothetically speaking, what is the difference between scale mail and breastplate when they're both AC 14?
If you are light armor, you get plus your dex. If you're medium armor, you get plus your dex up to 2, and then heavy, you don't get your dex at all.
On which one?
I just told you. Depending
No,
on
I
if
mean,
it's light, medium, or heavy.
Sorry. Okay, scale mail and breastplate are both medium, I believe.
So to answer, I was just watching a video on it the other day, Kyle.
Uh-huh.
Still haven't learned it enough to say this confidently, but I think what the video was saying is that there's not much difference.
Okay.
The difference is scale mail is much cheaper. It's 50 gold versus 400 gold.
Right.
And I'm
Scale
pretty
mail
sure
has
that gives you
disadvantage where a
disadvantage,
breastplate does not.
Oh,
On stealth
interesting.
checks.
Right.
Okay.
Because like the scale mail is clattering around, but your breastplate is light,
But
just
breastplate
one
is
piece.
400, so I couldn't even afford it anyway.
Yeah.
So never mind.
All right,
What you
go
got?
to the magic shop.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just saw Clark. I just saw Conwin's thing, and that's something that to bear in mind too. Yeah, a lot of niche items could perhaps be found at temples and such like that as well. In particular, there's a lot of there's some backgrounds get you like extra perks at temples, and I try to lean into that too if I could. So we are all over in the magic shop now. The party walks in and. Forgive me, guys, but it's very much so like Harry Potter walking into Diagon Alley. Like, seemingly this is like clearly a magical place. We walk inside, and certain things are moving on their own volition. Other things are puffing out colored smoke that is unnatural. There's incense smell in the air. There is a big stuffed bugbear. Reaching out with all of its clawed fingers blinged up with rings, and sitting up in the front near a door in the back, you all see an elvish shopkeep.
Is there a long-haired, bearded half-giant anywhere in the shop?
No, there's not.
Is there an old man selling wands?
No, there's not.
Amara go up. Excuse me, I would like some help purchasing perhaps some items, depending on your pricing and what you have available.
Oh, yes. Magic items are our specialty.
I'm looking for perhaps a bow or some, well, specifically it would be a hand crossbow with a little extra power, if you get my drift. Some ammunition to go with it, perhaps, depending on the costs. And I'd like to know how much your potions are and whatnot.
So, now it's a little bit meta here, but whenever you guys are magic item shopping, I just sent you that link. It has everything on it that our other awesome PDF has, but then it has even more of the stuff that has come out past the PDF, because the PDF was not too far into 5e, so it's missing some interesting things. I will be following, generally speaking, I will always take the price that is from the PDF, which is the first column. If that's not there, I'll normally always go with the price that's in the next column to the right. I think it's called DMG price. However, I need you guys to know I reserve the right at my own jurisprudence to change the prices involved in items. I do think some of them are not quite fitting for the potency of the item. I think a clear example is you guys could in theory buy an Orb of Annihilation for just a couple thousand. I think that's clearly a broken price for what that item is.
Well, what I would think is that perhaps it wouldn't be there.
Well, yes, and that's the other thing. I also take right to just be like, where it's not here, things like that. Yes, correct. Yep. But I really want you guys to be able to get all of the things for your character in this campaign that you want. So if you want legendary items, and I hope you guys do, figure it out, let me know, and if you don't find them, maybe you go on a quest for one or something to that effect. You know what I mean? So, yes. So then take your time, party.
Can
you
you
guys-
use a +1 ammunition without having a +1 weapon?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have a +1 weapon, that won't necessarily make the damage. Because I use a crossbow. That wouldn't make the damage match.
So this is a good ass question.
Because I'd have to double up on my magic.
I would say that my DM call would be one or the other or both will make your thing magical. Would be my call, because that just it seems like punishing the player to me to be like, oh, your +1 crossbow doesn't make your. That's just I don't like that.
Now the idea is that you're saving money in the short term because you're only doing 25 per. But if you start losing arrows or arrows start breaking or you need to you know what I mean? So eventually you're going to want that +1 crossbow and stop buying the +1 arrows.
I mean, obviously. But I would keep regular arrows until we came someone with magic resistance, and then I'd break out the magic arrows, because the magic arrows are much more affordable until I can save up for the magic bow.
Yes.
There are this is getting to be meta. Talk to your resident artificer too. There's some artificer infusions that are super interesting.
Well, I was going to ask about that. I haven't seen Pippin do any infusions. I'm like, is he even using his artificer infusion stuff?
Everything's already infused. A lot of it's on his mech is infused to. He can cast spells through his mech as though it was a spell. His mech is a bonus spell focus on top of the already bonus for it. He has his spatula is a +1 weapon, and I think it's also a returning weapon.
Okay, they're not the kind of thing where he would just do them all the time or on. Okay.
No, they're permanent. He can do 3 infusions, but they last permanently.
Oh, okay. What was I gonna ask? Does it? I guess this is hypothetical for Amara. Does it stack? If you had a +1 weapon and +1 arrows, would that be +2?
Yeah. I mean, effectively, yeah. But I think the thing with the +1 arrow, I I don't know on the top of my head if it increases to hit. Doesn't it only do damage? Maybe it increases to
I
hit
don't
as well.
know.
I don't know. But
I'm looking at the qual feather tokens. I don't know what they are, but I think it would be very Clark. But I'm trying to remember what they are.
It's like it's a reaction featherfall for many of them. Since I feel like the party is looking over the sheets right now, I think it makes a lot of sense, friends. Let's do let's do our 10-minute break right now, but I really don't want to go past 10 minutes because we went long on our previous break, if that's all right with everyone. So check over what you see there. Be thinking about your purchases. I'll be at the keyboard for at least half of this break, so, ask me stuff, but I'm going to go and smoke right now. Check out, if I was you guys, I'd be looking at potions super hard. I'd be thinking about combining currencies to get a big boon. There's a lot to really consider here, I think. And I opened up, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's almost, maybe I shouldn't have given you guys this full-on magic item list, because really, I was looking through and there's everything in here, so...
We don't have the money for most of it right now. We only have 2,000 collectively.
No, but, well, if you gave Obaya the Necklace of Fireballs, you'd have 5,000. If you think about Obaya's trade offer with the party, you guys could be netting some money pretty damn fast. Mm-hmm. Actually, there's some magic items that you guys have on you right now that you're using that could get you even more money.
Yeah.
But that's all just, there's always a million ways to skin a cat. All right, I'll be right back, guys. But we are on break for 2 minutes already.
Why would you skin a cat, you monster?
Well, our cat's name is Dick, so then it would be a hairless Dick. Hey, but
it'd be a oh my god, no, it'd be a not circumcision. Is it?
You missed your chance.
I know. Yep.
You're gonna split your shit open.
Other tokens are one use. All this is one use, but...
So, I'm assuming when you're buying a crossbow, it's a pack, right? How many are in a pack?
Not with plus ones. With plus ones, it's literally one piece. So 25 gold is one arrow. You would be right normally. On D&D Beyond, it would be like 20. But with plus one ammunition, it is only one arrow.
2,000 gold for a potion of maximum power seems very, very low price for the potential that it gives you.
What was it called?
Potion of maximum power.
And what's the price?
2,000 gold.
Okay, I'm in the 2,000 area. I sorted it by price. Well, it's one use. So that means that you would only get one super powerful spell one time. So, that's a really expensive potion.
Think about it for higher level play where gold is practically a non-issue.
That's a good point. When you are higher, gold is pointless. Well, no, but here's the thing, though. I don't think gold is ever a non-issue if you have magic items. I think in a campaign, you're right, where it's a low magic campaign and there's no magic stores, gold is useless. But in a campaign like mine and this,
The gold is
Laughed out loud.
immeasurably more valuable because you can buy things at the magic store. I'm never going to use 2,000 gold on a one-use thing when I could spend 2,000 gold on better armor or better swords or whatever. Like, but I get what you're saying.
Oh no. Well, I don't know, but from my experience, honest.
Who's talking? Oh, Craig.
So, I understand what you're saying, Kyle, but think about drinking that potion and then casting Meteor Swarm.
Does it say there's a limit on which spells you can cast with it?
Any spell of 4th level or higher, I believe.
No, fourth level or lower. So it actually can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's only going
Then
to be 1 through 4.
I may have misread.
Guys, I was thinking to myself earlier on in the week, is 5:30 like the perfect time for everybody, or is like would 5 be doable for the group?
5 would be fine for me because I would love to go to bed earlier.
Earlier, that's kind of
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, 5. Or we move to 5,
5.
and we still keep 9:30, and then we get an extra half an hour.
5
to
can
play.
be 5 can be tricky for me and Kathira because
You're like just getting home.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, we'll just keep it at 5:30.
I got a 45-minute commute home, so if I get stuck in any traffic, then it takes
So
even
wait.
longer.
That's it right there. You should just play in the car. Just log in from your phone.
You know, I had back in my raid leading days, I saw some crazy shit. Amongst which was more than one raid because I played on a West Coast server, but there was a lot of Central and East Coasters there. So like one of the big things, my decisions was we had like a middle raiding time, and some of the West Coasters would like habitually speed home from work and have their fucking phone out on Discord. You could like hear just the window open in the fucking freeway.
Can I buy just regular armor from here that's not magical?
You probably have to go to the blacksmith for that.
They would send you to the blacksmith for that, yeah.
Okay. Since I'm doing my money now, can I just put it in and we can just go there and be like, yeah, I want this?
Yeah, I don't even have a fun character for the blacksmith, so if you wanted to just do that auto, I wouldn't. If the group wants to mundane armor, they can just deduct that now and say we took a trip over to the Iron Horn.
Hey. Technically speaking, Universal Solvent is a magic item, and he should not have that. Slick Willy does not have a permit to sell Universal Solvent, guys. Slick Willy is breaking the law, because Universal Solvent is a wondrous
That's meta,
legend.
and you don't know, or Clark does not know that.
It is a wondrous legendary item. This tube holds a milky liquid with a strong alcohol smell. You can use an action to pour the contents of the tube onto a surface within reach. The liquid instantly dissolves up to 1 square foot of adhesive. So I would hold.
So all adhesive, right? Okay, I
I
thought it was just universal solvent.
I would hold that ochres, jellies, and puddings are a type of adhesive.
No,
They're
no,
not.
no, they're
sticky.
acid.
No,
They are sticky. Anything that is sticky is an adhesive.
no,
Craig,
they
can I-
are.
Can I
So
go sell my
your
leather?
argument falls apart
Gelatinous.
with
That's
pseudo
like
form
Willy.
in that they can move through anything
Yeah,
in an inch.
You could even sell. The only thing that you could sell at the Iron Horn would be armor, so you could just sell it there. You don't even have to go back to Willie; he'll give you a headache.
All right, it'll just be half price, right?
Yeah, that's all of, unless you want to take a moment to try to do some sort of like verbal or charisma based check.
Ain't worth
Then
it.
yeah, it's
It's a difference between 5 and 10 gold, so.
right.
All right, so I have 5 bolts of +1 cross bolts.
Okay. Well, remember to ask first, but yeah, definitely the +1 ammunition, no problem at all.
Yeah, I don't have anything spiffy. I don't have enough money for that. So I got the cross bolts, and
It does work on spider webs.
Yes, because that's like a right.
Yeah.
2 standard health potions. Can I have?
Yes, miss, of course. And he leads you over a big cabinet that's
Okay.
stocked with. He reaches down low, though. You notice, like, up on the top
he's like
shelf.
sniffly, like, how dare you get the lowest?
Yes, a common health potion, of course, miss.
Okay. All right. That's all I'm getting from here, and I'm gonna get the studded leather. Cause I don't want disadvantage. I could get better, but meh.
Does anyone else want anything from the
I
magic
will
shop?
also take
Ask about.
I will also take a couple potions of healing.
Of course, more. And he looks the whole party up and down a little bit. Of the common variety, I assume.
Yes.
Of course.
I do flash to prove that I'm not a commoner. I flash the necklace of fireballs, and I'm like, I know something about magic.
His one eyebrow raises a little bit at looking at the piece. He says, a fine item. A shame, only 3 gems.
Yes.
So how many potions are we getting?
Oh, it depends on how many people want. They're 50.
Yeah, it's
so it's up to you.
right at this point. Did Rift add the 372 gold, 1 silver, 4 copper to her equipment?
I didn't, but
It's in the chat, not too far up. And yeah, so
is
every
that split between all? That was
no,
That's
that's
already split.
that's everybody's.
right. Each person gets to that amount.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
using that amount, it's kind of your choice what you want to buy here at the magic shop.
Okay.
Amara, Clark, Rift, and Cthulhu are all here. Conwyn, of course, you're not gonna not get a chance to do this. It's just your.
Guys, necklace of fireballs, 1 bead, 300. I could add to the necklace.
I would allow that. Yeah, I definitely would allow that. Honestly, bro, if Clark was Pippin with a U, Pippin would. Are you kidding me?
How much was Slick Willie's universal solvent?
Nobody asked. He was trying to. Nobody.
I run back. I'm like, Willie, how much was that solvent you were trying to sell me?
Oh my God! What a deal on this solvent! This solvent has got to go. 100 gold, my friend. It has got to go.
Deal.
Really?
Oh my God! I am so. Oh my God! Get this out of my shop. He takes your money and he gives you the thing and he pushes you out the door and slams the door behind
We
you.
Clark,
have
just
just
Robbie, you
fulfilled
just
our
like
promise to
swindled.
come back.
Wait, did Slick Willie just rob me, by the way? Is it actually the universal solvent?
I mean, to be fair, you don't know, but it did, like, your foot was stuck to the floor with something, and it released it.
Okay. I now go back to the magic shop, and I would like to be like, sir, I know I showed you my necklace of fireballs. Look at this. And I would like to sell him universal solvent.
The, the,
You swindler.
Centaurus will put on a monocle of some
Does
sort.
not sound like something Clark would actually do.
Which you notice, I'm going to punish him for it, don't you worry. So Centaurus will kind of put on his monocle and hold it up and look at it for a second. And I'll hold it even closer. And then I'll say, a legendary magic item. And he'll come over here to like a desk that has some bowls with liquid in it, clear glass, and then he just starts dunking it in the different bowls, and he gets to the last one, which was a golden amber color, and he puts it in there, and it turns a black color, and he pulls it up, and he says, "Did you get this from Willie?"
Maybe.
Oh,
But
and
I don't know.
he-
All
he-
I know is
he-
it's universal
he
solvent.
drops it on the ground in front of you and says, "It is tainted, and I will have nothing to do with it, good
it not-
sir.
Is it not universal solvent?
I know nothing about these heathen products from that lowbrow seller of broken dreams."
God damn it. Yeah, because universal solvent is 300, which means it would sell for 150. And if I just bought that for 100,
Kyle, I'm not gonna let you flip on myself. I mean, they're different characters, but the same person is.
That's metagaming, Craig. You have to pretend like they are two different characters and they don't know each other and they don't know that I know the both of them. Just like we
The
make
DM
50,
is God.
let me make 50 gold
Do,
this one
do you
time.
do you pick it up off the ground or?
I pick it up, yes.
Okay.
I
I
go
didn't
back-
say. You will note that Zintoris did not say that it was a fake universal dissolvent or universal solvent.
Yeah, so why won't he give me 150 gold for it?
Because I don't want your come up to be that easy, man.
Nice.
Yes, I bet I'm the first person to ever think of that ever.
Right. First person ever. Wow.
All right, my
All right.
friend. So, has
I
everyone done all the shopping that they want to do? Magic items, armor, Rift and Kathira. If you guys weren't with us, we're doing our Ironhorn shopping trip, kind of like in a flash. The Ironhorn was your place for armor and non-magical weapons, and other blacksmithing services. So, if you do want to, other than this magic shop we're at right now, if you wanted any like swords or stuff like that or armor pieces, you can just do that instantly from your inventory as well. Just look up the price of the thing, deduct it from your stock.
Okay. For here is, do you have the amulet of the drunkard?
What's the how much does the price does it have? There's not. That's only a DMPG price, I think. I do. A fine magic item. I would be willing to sell it to you for a mere 400.
Oh, are we getting
I'll come
discounts?
back later for that.
No, Kyle, that's just like I say. That's especially if. So looking through, I like the PDFs the best.
Yeah.
I think the ranges are all accurate, but the ranges, so they're not good.
I see.
I think I think the DMPGs are good, but I think they're a lot less good than the PDFs. So that's
What's the DMPG stand for?
I don't even know that. Yeah, I would
Oh.
be curious if you figured that out.
No.
But so yes, he
Yeah.
says the tankard of the drunkard would be 400 gold.
Amulet?
He said. I think no, or yeah, I guess it is an amulet. I don't know why. I thought it was a tankard of the drunkard.
Nope.
It does
But
say
you have
amulet.
to get. I think you have to drink.
The Discerning Merchant's Price Guide, version 4.
Excellent.
Ah. Interesting. Whoa. The Discerning Merchant Price Guide lists the alchemy jug at 100 gold, and our usual sane one sells it for 6,000 gold.
Yeah, the discrepancy. Well, but the thing is, normally in most of the cases, I agree with the PDF, but the DMPG, sometimes I think their price is better. So it's
I
just
see.
yeah. You just got to go with me and just be ready to roll with whatever I. All right.
What I don't quite get is where do they... Sorry, I don't mean to take us too far off track. What is the DMG price in the Xanathar's Guide? Because as far as I know, they don't price magic items in the... Oh, yes, there is. There's something that says, like, here's a guide for pricing based on rarity.
That's
and
why
stuff
the
like
range.
that.
That's why you get the
Yes,
ranges.
yes,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Like I say, really, I know this makes it a bit more complicated, but I really wanted you guys to have access to everything, and so this was just kind of facilitating that the best I could.
Just for the sake of conversation between Kathir and I, can we get back to you on if she wants anything?
Yes. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, of course, Kathira, we can just do this as kind of like a retcon thing. But yeah, you were at the magic shop, and you were at all of the shops, and can do your research, because I do know there's a shit ton to go through. There's a lot of sources. So yeah, do your research throughout the week, and then we can just retcon whatever you would wanted to do with your gold at these shops.
Okay.
Okay. Main party of 4. Is there?
Guys, they sell a mystery key.
They do sell. You know what? That's one of those. That's another Pippin item. Do you want to tell them what the mystery key does, or should I?
There's a 5% chance of unlocking any lock it goes into. And I have a question, and this might be meta. If I wanted to take the time, could I just insert it, try to turn it, it fails. Insert it, try to turn it, it fails, and just keep going until it works?
No. The way I'll handle that item is if it fails, it will be destroyed. Or no, I'll say this: if it fails its magical property, it's a one-use magical property key that disintegrates into a non-magical
no.
key.
Once it unlocks, it does that. I get your point though that it would no longer work on that chest because I've already tried it on that chest, but it could still work on a door or something. Correct?
It's a chance not. It's a chance not. It's a key that's been enchanted with the knock spell, but the knock spell isn't very powerful.
But I get that.
No,
It says-
okay.
it says
So
when it
Kyle,
unlocks something, it disappears.
Kyle, I don't know if you meant to, but you just kind of haggled with me. You bargained successfully. So I'll say, if you want one of those items, how I'll treat it, you get one use per.
Lock.
Essentially, yes, right.
Okay. Deal. Yeah. And then once it succeeds, then it dies, which makes sense.
Right.
I'm gonna buy. How much are they? Mystery key.
I
50.
think.
We doing 50? That's what the DMPG is. You tell me.
That is, yeah, I think 50. Okay for that.
We'll take 2 of them, please.
Damn, my man. Unfortunately, for such a unique item, although we do carry almost all of the known magic items in the land, we don't necessarily carry duplicates. I have one in stock for now. You may come back and check again. We surely replenish stock.
Shut up and take my money!
He shuts up and takes 50. You want one key?
I want
Yeah,
2
okay.
of
He
the other
shuts.
one,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He takes 50 gold, gives one mystery key. Good. I like that you saw that item too. That's a really fun item.
Alright, I'm gonna try it on that chest downstairs immediately.
I knew you would. I'm tempted to just like DM fudge it to make it succeed because I think it's so funny.
For Kyle thinking it through.
Actually, no. You know what? I will say no
We'll
more.
see.
I'll say no more.
Okay, I gotta add the mystery key and the 2 potions I bought. Like, I can't forget to do that.
This became the shopping episode.
Oh, yeah, I probably, well, I get that up there. +1 javelins. Do I get those at the magic shop?
Yes, +1 anything is a magic item.
Okay.
And the
Do you
price for
have-
that is specifically listed.
Guys, they have cleansing stones. We could bring them down in the dungeon and we'd never have to shower.
Ooh, cleansing stone. How much is that?
50?
Hmm.
How about the javelin? of
Honestly,
lightning?
Amara would probably really like that. How much money do I have left?
Oh my gosh, the Wand of Smiles in here. I thought the Wand of Smiles was a fake item. I didn't even know it was a real D&D thing.
The Javelin of Lightning is 1500 Rift. Oh yeah, the Wand of Smiling. Like all the fake, I don't know this for sure, but most everything that's fake from SKT is not fake.
I'd say the cleansing stone is 1 foot in diameter, so it's a pretty hefty thing to just carry around.
Something like that as a magic item, it would not like encumber you. The shopkeep, as if to kind of show off, lifts with 1 stone rather easily, or with with 1 hand.
So how much for that javelin +1?
The Javelin +1, I thought there was a special Javelin +1 listed, but it's not. So it would cost the same as a +1 weapon. Which is, I think 500, but let me...
Jeez. I guess I'm too poor for all this stuff.
Yeah, we're pretty low
Yeah.
pricing.
I was just curious.
All right.
I don't know the prices of these things yet. So there's really nothing I need or want. Maybe I should just get more potions.
I almost want that. Clockwork Amulet is 100 gold, and you once per day, when you make an attack roll, you can skip the d20 and just take a 10. And so then, like, let's say you have a +6 to attack, that's a guaranteed 16.
I'm sensing We're gonna take the scene over from the party of 4, and put it back on Conwyn for a second. As you guys are wrapping this up, if you still want to discuss stratagems for magic items, just do it in chat, perhaps, and then that way we can be doing both at once. So we cut back over to Conwyn. No real time has passed since our previous scene. As you were reciting Monitorian hymns and going through your rites and paging through the book that the priest put up, you find that it's a very strange tome. It is a cross between a sort of holy text in the vein of like a Bible or a Quran or something to that effect, with a hymn book, with a history book in there as well. And you find all sorts of history in there and lore, much of which you had known before, but some things that even you did not know before. It talked about encounters in ancient times with old Netherese priests, them actually coming upon not only champions of a Monitor, but even direct signs from Monitor on the material realm, not the ethereal realm or any of these other planes.
It's almost like pieces of his power that he left behind.
Yes, just different. Right. Almost like if, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess if you want to make it out of character a little bit, it's almost like you found a book that talked about Jesus from like 20 to 30 would be kind of the equivalent, right? Like this holy text written by the faithful about a Monitor, but just these kind of more secret things that would have perhaps not been more out there in the mythos of Conwyn's faith currently in the 15th century. But coming to the back of the book, Conwyn sees a small, like a flickering of flame, a small symbol almost in the corner of your eye on the back page of the book, which is, a traditional binding, so nothing on it, and it's the back hardcover of the tome. And you go to brush it with your finger in a manner of investigation, or to clear the weariness from your eyes. And as you do so, the symbol's not there anymore. Whatever you thought you saw, there's nothing there. It's just flat binding on the book. But as you rub your thumb on the cover, the not the binding, but just that back piece of parchment that's kind of glued to the book itself, just it comes a little loose, as though the corner comes off a bit.
Is it the whole thing that's come across, starting to like peel away from its glue or binding, or is it just the corner?
Just the corner. You can't really tell yet, but it's as though the parchment that's on the inside just comes, as you probe it with your finger a little bit. Conwyn actually does perhaps see the edge of what may be writing beneath it, but you can't quite tell without inspecting in a better fashion.
So he'd take off his gloves and kind of take one of his claws and just lift it slightly, trying not to damage it any further, but to get a look at what might be there.
Okay. Do a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, as expected from my dexterity.
Oh, Conwyn.
Ooh. Ouch.
So you go to remove the parchment, and it is parchment, from the back binding of this sacred text. you very much feel as though you found a treasure map on the back of some sort of Declaration of Independence. Like this is a big thing, and you're peeling it back, sweat beginning to bead from your brow, and you get halfway successfully and cleanly, and you see writing beneath, familiar words and phrases and um, names jumping out at you, just as your eyes moving throughout your task. But Conwyn does not have time to spend any actual time reading this text, as he's focusing on peeling back the parchment to reveal the whole message, only for his hands to start shaking about halfway, and almost without any sort of certainly will on Conwyn's part, but the parchment shears in half at a slight angle. You go to kind of renew your work after cursing audibly, and you just can't get the edges to start coming again, so to speak.
If only I had some universal solvent.
Oh, let me know! Let me know! Come get me! I spent 100 hard gold on that.
So what has...
So I mean, so you began to read it, and it seems to be a ritual, detailed. The writing, just looking at the writing, well, after Conwyn goes back and he's like, okay, this just happened, and he starts to read it. It seems to be a ritual of some sort to bring forth power from a Monitor. But as Conwyn is reading this, you get filled with a sense of awe, and almost like reading it makes you feel very small in the presence of something very big. You know what I mean? It was kind of a moment for Conwyn. But yeah, the rest of the ritual remains covered by the parchment, and it seems to be stuck there with some sort of adhesive. You can't throw me. You can't throw me that pitch and not.
Hilarious.
No, to be honest, Conwyn wouldn't want to desecrate it any further, so he would leave the tome as is, kept as well as it could be, and come out to Brother Christian and ask for him to come in to try and explain some things.
Okay, excellent. So Conwyn comes out and brings Brother Christian in. And at first, Brother Christian looks down and sees, because the way it is with the half parchment and half text on top, it's not like immediately visible, and he's coming in quick and looking at it quick, and he says, "What have you done?" And he quickly kind of sees that it's not like you're tearing pages out or anything like that, and that you're in fact revealing this hidden scriptures on the back, and he sucks in his breath, and his words fall silent on his tongue early, and he goes over and starts just kind of reading voraciously and examining the text that is shown, and how it was kind of hidden there.
As if guided by a Monitor himself, the page was revealed to me. But it appears that in my haste, I may have damaged it, to which, well, it brings me no joy, obviously. But do you know of any way that we may be able to extract the final piece? I feel like, well, rather not I feel, but something is making it seem like this is what may be needed for going forward in my endeavors.
Brother Christian kind of looks at the text. He listens to you, but he continues looking at the text, scanning it with his eyes as you talk, and then once his eyes finish, just before you finish speaking, then he starts looking back and forth between the book and you. He says, "Brother Conwyn, it is as you say. Perhaps a monitor did show you this holy script. But if that is the case, then surely it is his will to have shown you this, and only this. Look here again, Brother Conwyn. Maybe this old priest yet does have a purpose to our God." And he begins to smile a little bit, and he starts showing you, even in the passage that you do see, he points out a few of the examples of verbiage and diction in the passage, and he starts talking to you about the analysis of these and how they're actually common metaphors in the church, and that they could have other meanings in older times. And basically he shows that in the partial text that you have uncovered so far, it does describe a ritual that is within this longer ritual, and it's almost like encoded, you know what I mean, in different words. And because of his priestly knowledge, like, he's pointing out all the metaphors, like, oh, this here, although it says face the sun at noon, the sun at noon references this passage in our other book, and that's so you and him go through this, and you, in the course of like an hour or so, piece together a smaller but complete ritual from this larger incomplete ritual.
Well, brother, it may be risky. It may not be entirely what we need at this time, but it's a start. Tell me, are there still forge masters here that we can work with?
He says, "Brother, I think we need a special flame for this." And just for brevity's sake, based on the research and the analysis that Christian and Conwyn just did, the ritual would entail you guys making like a special fire, like behind the church or something like that, and doing some prayers or whatever. A short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
By all means.
Excellent. So, the two of you go out back behind the church. Amara, Clarark, Rift, and Kathira, are you guys needing to buy anything else?
No, I think I'm all good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Brother Christian and Conwyn take out the time to first clear a space of ground, a 10 diameter circle approximately. They use straw brooms to sweep the area of all critters and extra dust and leaves in that manner. Brother Christian walks over to a particularly unique looking tree with extra bright red foliage to it, and carefully snaps off some choice branches after kind of observing them and almost picking the ones that he wanted, using some logic that's unknown to the rest of us. Coming back with the wood, Christian and Conwyn create a fire in a particular effigy to their god, a particular symbol. Conwyn, it's like a circle with, like, it looks a little bit like the Zenter, doesn't it?
A little bit. It's a yellow sun with like 8 quadrant or 8 octants of spikes coming out of it, basically.
Excellent. So they create this soon-to-be bonfire in this effigy, this symbol of a Monitor. Before lighting it, both sit down and do prayers. Brother Christian lights it, and then goes up and stands behind Conwyn, putting his hands on his shoulders. Conwyn then carries on the prayers and rituals himself. From within the fire, after an hour or so of Conwyn reciting these prayers without stop, to the point where his voice begins to go slightly hoarse at the end of it, as his volume was high throughout all of the chanting, echoing over the river. Towards the end of it, the whole area began to go quiet, and the chirpers and frogs that could have been heard before seemed to just fall out in the soundscape. The fire getting taller and glowing just bright white for a moment. Conwyn looking around, not seeing Brother Christian, just this fire, this towering white fire, glowing. A voice echoes forth that, although you were on your knees, drives you down in a supplicating position, hands down, eyes bowed, without any sort of consent from Conwyn. It was almost as though the gravity increased. You hear a voice echo forth, "It is good. Carry on and continue." This grave atmosphere and oppressive pressure lasts for just a second or two, before, as though with a light switch, sound coming back in, and you feeling Brother Christian's hand on your shoulders again, and the fire going back down to a normal, blazing bonfire.
He was here. He came to me. A Monitor himself, he spoke to me.
Brother Christian, although hearing you, points into the fire. "Brother Conwyn! Brother Conwyn! It is a miracle. Do you see?" And he points in, and you can see a Monitor's judgment, your flail within the fire now. Feeling around, Conwyn does not feel, it's not on Conwyn anymore. Its remnants are not on Conwyn.
It's impossible. How? And just overwhelmed by the moment, Conwyn would reach in towards the flame, towards the flail.
Do a luck check. Do a religion check with advantage. You reach in, and Conwyn reaches in, and he grabs at the flail. The fire burning and blistering at the skin, incredibly painfully, but in such a religious fervor and zeal, need to get the gift given by his one true God, Conwyn is totally not really acknowledging that at all. Pulls the flail out, but it's only scant seconds before the shock begins to wear off, and the pain strikes hot, coursing up the arm, causing Conwyn to drop even the weapon, still in awe of it and nearly worshipping, but just temporarily dropping it. Although as he drops it, he notices now singed into his hand is a perfect symbol of a Monitor, the same symbol that the fire was set up in effigy of.
It appears that a guided hand is exactly what we needed in this time. And Conwyn holds out his hand, showing Brother Christian what's there.
Brother Christian would fall, not in a supplicating position, but fall down to one knee and say, "A champion," and just kind of be quiet and introspective for a moment.
I am not a champion, but I will ensure that a Monitor's will be done.
A monitor's will be done. And Brother Christian gets up and again leads you back inside the temple. Do you guys? What do you do?
I would ask the brother if I could rest and recover from my foibles of the past few days here in the temple.
Although a monitor holds all of us as his children and says that we are all the same, I'm not really into sleeping with brothers. So, Brother Conwyn, if you have your own bed, I would prefer. But you're the champion, so you just let me know.
No, I respect your position. I do have a place that I can go.
Yeah, he's got just one bed.
Yeah. So I will find my way back to you, and I hope that this has reinvigorated the light inside of you as well.
Aye, it has. It has. Foolish me was giving up hope. And so with that, this so the time it took for that to happen, we'll say will be equal amount to the time it took for the party of 4 to do their shopping at the 3 different shops.
Just one last quick thing. Like on my way out the door, I just say to Brother Christian, "And how are those 4 that I sent your way?"
4 that you sent my way? I don't follow, brother.
There should have been 4 individuals that come this way to atone for actions that they took below.
I can't say that a group of 4 came to my door. The only thing, it was early this morning. I woke to gold with blood on it in the tithe box. Someone put 100 gold, most with blood on it, as a matter of fact, into the tithe box. I had assumed it was you.
No, I just returned late this afternoon. And Conwyn would shake his head and just continue on.
All right.
Heathens.
So, I do have plans for this out of character. So, Conwyn, if any of your shopping, unless you want to do it a different way, I think the easiest way is to say you do your shopping just out of frame, automatically on your way back to the orphanage, taking 2 hours or so to do that.
I'd grab 2 potions and that's it.
Yeah, take care of that. Okay, then if that's all, then that would have only taken you... You'll be like an hour behind our main party, or the rest of the party. Okay, so... I'll be out of character again, but I want to give you guys extra information to have the most fun with our remaining time. There's 2 other things that I had planned for tonight.
That we
One
took
of
all
them.
the time shopping.
Well, no, I knew that would take. No. One of the things was at the orphanage, which I'm not going to do until the party takes a long rest. And the other thing is at the Coliseum, Fields of Triumph. Neither of which are. Well, yeah. So those, I just want you guys to know, those are the other things that I had really planned. But it's up to y'all what y'all want to do.
I want to level up. I'm just kidding. We can do whatever.
For the sake of my inventory, would the metal made to make the flail have come from the short swords in my bag?
So here's the thing. That'll totally... I was wondering about... I didn't think about that until just like an hour ago when you kept them on you, and then I realized what you were probably going to do. Yeah, we'll say that it did. That works out great. We'll say that that was part of the ritual, was like used swords, you know, and they were all used, and it worked out great.
Cleansing the evil out of them if any evil existed as well.
Yeah, right. You just got their truth, their orderly experience. Right. So where does the party want? Where does Amara, Clark, Rift, and Kathira want to go after the blacksmith?
I want to ask around town about any more paladins, perhaps. One that looks like, I don't know. It'd be weird to be like, have you seen a paladin that's an oathbreaker? Like...
Well, Jess, you weren't here last session. We cleared up that we do know his location. He's in the Underdark.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Of course he is.
Well,
Even more specifically, he's in
Skullport.
Skullport. Yes,
Yeah.
he's in
Level 3.
Skullport, and he uses like middlemen, like kind of courier people that wear a 5-leaf clover to kind of get jobs.
I see. Alright, okay, cool. Well, then I'm good. I could go back to the orphanage whenever we feel like it.
I
mean-
am pretty tired.
Yeah, if we can get... it's only like probably 5 now, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So actually, you're
So-
doing good with time tonight,
Yeah.
Clark. Yeah, that's
Me-
very close.
And Rift will hang out in my room and smoke some herb.
yeah.
Do you guys want to see just here
Definitely
DM?
get Conwyn, and did anybody want to... I thought people wanted to go to the...
I'll go to
Triumph?
the
The
Coliseum.
Coliseum?
But I
Alright.
don't know if we have time for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 5 p.m.
No,
so
no,
they're
we
open
definitely-
till
No,
8
I'm
or 9.
in game.
No,
Oh,
because
it's
it's
the
no.
8th,
This
of course.
This works perfect. Because I mostly just want you to see. This is like a teaser. I'm trying to get
I
you
see,
guys
I
hungry
see.
for this.
Teaser. Yeah, because it's not open yet.
That's correct.
Coming
It's
soon.
not open yet. More than that, you guys aren't entered in it, and nobody knows how to enter it yet. So
I thought Riff was
This is-
entered into it.
This is
Rift is.
Yes, I am.
my fight ring in Mirabar.
Much
So
different,
Rick goes
huh?
in and asks about, I don't know, things that I should know.
Things that I
Yeah.
surely know.
Yeah. So and recall, you
My
guys
first
can
time.
you guys can put your own selves out on the map if you want.
Yep.
But yeah, one of the workers says that you can go to the administration desks, and that for a fee of 25 gold, anyone can enter into the individual contest, which has a grand prize of 5,000 gold.
Ooh.
Ooh. Money, money,
Um,
money. Money.
Are there different tiers of prizes, or is it only the grand prize? Like, is there second prize, third prize, fourth prize, or...
He says, well, that's a good question.
Oh,
They
nope.
kind of change it every year, so you'll have to just buy a ticket or enter and test your luck, I guess.
Oh, stop.
For those of us that don't want to enter, 25 is the entrance fee. How much is a ticket?
5 gold.
Watch. 5 to watch, 25 to play. Gotcha.
Is it one-on-one fighting or is it team-based?
And if you want to touch it, it's 30. Ha! You hear that, Mark?
Yeah.
One-on-one.
He said it was one-on-one. Is there a team division?
No,
Like, is
no,
there a team-
one-on-one? What? No.
You said
That would be
Individual.
terrible to watch. No, there's just
Oh.
individual competition.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, individual competition. Okay.
Sorry.
Is there a team-based division?
Not for this tournament, I don't think. But sometimes they do bonus rounds. Or last year they had get this. Last year they had a lightning round that had a lightning elemental zapping the shit out of them.
Hear me.
Fire would have been better.
I'm gonna say, so if we enter, we're not.
That's
gonna be with
this
our
year's
friends.
elemental.
I'm sorry, Amara.
So if we enter, we're not gonna be with our friends. We're not doing it as a group, right?
Mark, you know of anything about a group battle? No, I haven't heard of nothing. I don't know about a group battle.
So there's this bardic play called Hunger Games, where there's a tournament, and at the end of the tournament, there's a couple of the teammates decide they refuse to fight so they can win together. If you had 6 people team up, and they decided at the end they were the last 6, and they decided not to fight other people, how would you handle that? Would it be like a 6-way tie?
Well, no, that's not a stupid question. It's just like that bardic play, the Hunger Games, kind of. Except where they had like a TV network or something wonky. No, it's just the Lords of Waterdeep decide if they like the action or not, and they push it on their magical controllers.
That could be a thing.
Yeah, the Starving Games, right.
When does the Coliseum open?
Oh, well, it's as soon as we finish up the prep here. It's always early of the month. We've never has it been more than middle of the... Yeah, it's always early in the month, right, Mark? Yeah. I mean, we're just, waiting to finish up here. But you'll know when the bells are ringing and the horns are blowing at the same time. If the horns are blowing but no bells, that's a dragon attack. If the bells are ringing, no horn, that means the Stone Watchers are active.
So maybe they should call this a Coliseum instead of...
They definitely should, yeah.
Oh, stop. Cut it out.
Yeah.
You dropped your spit cup over there, boss.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can you grab that for me? I'm busy talking to these folks.
I'm sorry.
Are those shark pits?
Yeah, they're pretty big. Here. Wait. And he reaches inside his pocket and he pulls out a half-eaten sandwich. You're gonna love this. This is for free, all right? Just because I work here and I like you. And he throws the sandwich over his back above the water, and you see a giant shark jump out and just
Fun! I clap my hands. Love it.
Now, are the sharks ethically treated? What?
I mean, they clearly get fed a lot.
I feed him sandwiches.
Alright, very cool. Alright, yeah, I'm good with that. Let's go back to the orphanage and go to bed.
Yes, bedtime.
Yeah, the party could definitely, if you guys want to, there would definitely be time to sign up. As we go on. So you guys don't need to. You definitely don't need to do it right now. So we will all rejoin back at the orphanage.
Is there what if you have people who are support and they're not really fighters themselves? Is there room in terms of can bards give bardic inspiration? Can clerics heal, that kind of a thing?
From the audience?
Either the audience or is there
Oh, you're asking to be disintegrated on stage.
Okay, cool. What about
Mark, that's what they do. Is that still what they do, right? What, disintegration? Yeah.
What about when you box? You got a boxing ring and you got a person in the corner with a water bottle and all. Is that
No, I think they'd still disintegrate you, bub. But you can try. The audience loves it.
All right, guys. I don't know if this tournament's for me. No.
It's for me.
See, I'm not so sure. I love to fight, but fighting alone, I don't know.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the thing, Amara. That's why I asked him. I think we could secretly be on a team, and then when it gets down to the 5 or 6 of us, we just refuse to fight each other. Yeah.
I don't know about
Only
that.
won't work well with me. It's in my blood.
I mean, yeah, you can fight separately then. Then maybe it'll be 4 or 5 of us. But I'm saying whoever wants to make a pack together could be on a squad.
Squawked!
In a flock. Yes.
Clark explains as the party walks back over towards the Waterdeep orphanage. Fortuitously, as it is a small world, the group of 4 run into... Well, hold on. Let me look at the other map. Is this physically possible? Yeah, just as the group of 4 and Conwyn were getting to the orphanage, you guys were walking from opposite directions, and you both kind of stepped on the block at the same time, rejoining there outside of the orphanage.
Oh. Hey, Conwyn. How was your sabbatical? I don't know.
You're wholly working.
How scorched is my arm?
Although, and I should have spent more time in this, when this symbol really became clear to you, the pain was kind of removed, and although there is still a little bit of redness on your hand, other than the mark itself, which is very evident and still very raw looking, to speak more on the mark, it seems closer to a tattoo than any sort of burn mark, although it's still warm to the touch at the moment.
How dare you, sir? My body is a temple.
Yeah, so basically, it's not very evident right now, unless you were to show your palm evident.
Okay, so just Rift, you asked, yes?
Yes.
So, knowing that you're a weapons kind of a gal, I would pull my cloak to the side and pull Amanator's, well, you know it as judgment, off to show you that it's
Reckoning.
reforged.
Beautiful.
What's it now?
It's reckoning, right?
Yes, it is reckoning.
That we know.
So, to Rift, this was, when last you saw it, Monitor's judgment. But it appears that Monitor himself has other larger ideas for myself, and my guess is all of us. This will be a Monitor's reckoning, and with it, we will show the world who a Monitor really is.
That is so amazing.
Riff
I
notices as Conwyn calls out its name, and this is the first time Conwyn has seen it himself, almost faint, hard to see motes of just kind of spiritual energy kind of come off of the core of the weapon for a moment.
Hopefully, when we return to the Underdark, it will help guide us to exactly where we need to be. But I need to retire.
Yes.
The rites and energies put forth just to bring it back have left me quite exhausted.
Yes, I am pretty tired myself.
But you said that there were the 4 other people, or is it just them 4 and me? I may have misheard.
Everyone is now back together except for me, who's just a voice.
Okay, so it's just us. I thought
Yeah.
you said the 4 other people, as referenced earlier.
Oh, I under Harriet and them. No.
Okay. Like I said, I may have misheard.
If we can do a unspoken insight check, or a wisdom check, and Conwyn would have assumed that the bloody gold was them.
That's kind of what the
Oh,
hung
yeah.
head and shake
Yeah.
was for.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I also asked if the 4 ever made it.
Well, Brother Christian did receive a tithe, so they made good on that. But they're not there. My guess is they returned to the Underdark for more nefarious purposes.
Or perhaps,
Look,
Should we meet them again?
It does
or
not
perhaps
surprise
they
me.
are even dead.
We should use locate creature and find them. We
You
know
have
what
all
they
seen
look
them.
like. We have seen them. Locate creature.
Clark, you keep saying things, and I don't think you know what they mean.
This is 100%. Hold on,
Wait.
Clark. Make your choice in religion or intelligence check. What level is locate creature? I think that's 3rd or 4th.
I will go with a religion check, please. I got an 18.
4th.
He's heard of it, like he's using it kind of right, but you get the sense that there's not too many sentences he could use the word incorrectly. You know what I mean?
I got you.
What word? Locate creature?
Yes.
Oh.
I say that mostly because it's a 4th level. It's a spell slot that you don't have access to yet, but you got
Yes.
an 18 and it's a known spell. So yeah, you know like about it and that people can find things with this spell.
mean, I can go to 3rd level right now, so we should
Yes.
be able to get to 4th level pretty
It's
soon.
also partially
right?
Conwyn. Conwyn wouldn't necessarily know about it, so I'm
Whoa.
playing that he's pretty.
Onwin, there's a
narrow
spell
in his
called locate
field.
creature where you can just find creatures.
Conwyn did not know about this spell, so you kind of, is Conwyn impressed?
Right now, no.
Conwyn believes you, but he's just had a long day and he's had information overloaded. So he hears you and he knows that you were and thing that he didn't know in regards to spiritual matters.
It's
But
the
he
first
just-
shoulder pat you're gonna get from Conwyn as he just retires to his room.
flat mouth, shoulder pat, sigh, and walk away. So the party gets a full rest.
If I use all 3 charges on the necklace of fireballs, it does 10d6 of damage.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, I feel so
Long
refreshed.
rest, baby. Ooh.
Oh my god, the pips. They're not taken anymore. We can use them again.
Early into the next morning, the
Amar,
whole
why are
party.
you sleeping on the table, Amar? Shouldn't be
No, that's a bathtub.
that one's a bad dog. Yeah.
The whole early in the next morning, most of the party is still dozing off. Some of you, the early risers, may perhaps be up a little early. Certainly, Kathira is not sleeping.
Can
But in the
Can I canonically sleep fly? Like sleepwalk, only sleep fly?
no.
Okay.
I love the pause for the decision.
Oh,
I had to-
I had your stream open so I could clip that.
So early the next morning, as the first of the birds are really beginning to chirp and the latest of the bats are going to sleep for the day, the sounds of nature and early commerce and sleep are disturbed by a rumbling explosion shaking the orphanage coming from out towards Brother Krishner's office.
Enough.
Well, that
All right,
doesn't
we
seem very
Run towards
good.
that, I guess. Or I run towards that, I guess.
You said it was coming from the office?
Yeah,
which
near,
is over
not
here.
inside, but from your guys' perspective from the rooms, you would have just been like, that's near the office.
Yeah.
Does everyone come out, or does anybody sleep through it or not come out?
I come out. Or,
Yeah, go.
do I get a full rest? I'm good though.
Yes,
I-
yep, everyone, our full rest has happened. Our long rest has happened.
Does someone need healing?
So the party comes out just to see billows of smoke coming from the stairs that lead downward near Krishner's office. They see eight to 10 small children of different races fleeing the stairs, running over towards behind the party through the middle door and over to the upstairs stairs where the party had heard that it is likely the children sleep upstairs. They hear a voice echoing from down in the stairs. It's okay, kids. It's okay. Go up to your rooms. It'll be fine. They see a rather short gnome with disheveled features and ash-stained white hair, wearing red goggles, come up the stairs after them. He's coughing slightly. I'm sorry, Krishna. I was teaching them Fireball. I think they're gonna get it really soon.
That Pippin. That's
Amazing.
who is this?
No,
fellow?
you cannot be.
The figure, seeing
Are
that
you-
there is a group of strangers in the Waterdeep orphanage, the figure will look back and forth between Christian von Habelnack, sitting inside his office with the door wide open, and back to this group of 5 adventurers standing in front of him. To raise an eyebrow.
This is an awful strong assumption, Master DM, that your fellow Master DM will not kill Pippin in the next 6 chapters.
No. I have counter. You underestimate me. I have counter. I have plan B, C, D. This could no matter what. So this will actually be where we'll end it on that note.
Can we,
Oh, well.
we know we're going downstairs. Can we have our level?
No,
We haven't gone downstairs yet.
no. Now we have this
Oh.
whole great new interaction that you guys have to do at level 5.
I instantly run to the stairs. I want to go to the stairs.
You run halfway down the stairs. You get no level up, and you cough on smoke.
I'm just teasing, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we'll end it. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a lot.
Yeah, it was fun.
Very fun.
A lot
glad
of
we got
nonsense.
to-
Yeah, that was definitely fun.
I wonder who this gnome is. No, this is Pippin. This is 1,000,000% Pippin.
Nice. Well,
Oh,
Have a good night,
how
all.
are you gonna meet